What it do, ladies and gentlemen? We are back for another episode, another week, man. A blessed week for sure. Another episode of 7 Smoke Cigar Table Talk. I'm your boy Cigar Law. You know what I'm saying? I'm honored to be in the presence of amongst greatness tonight. Yes, you know what I'm saying? Some guys that I really that really inspire. With their conversation, the knowledge, the wisdom, and understanding. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And we got them here tonight, man. This is a free game, man. Listen, free game.
Man, listen, it's free game.
Podcast. We got these guys in the building tonight, man. We're gonna skip all the
pleasantries.
The pleasantries. Yeah, we're gonna skip all that, baby. The cigar moment and sports. We're gonna skip all that. But it just the conversation may lead to whatever whatever, you know. So we open for that.
Open
for sure, man.
Conversation.
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed, man. Again, this is 7 Smoke Cigar Table Talk, baby. And you know, I don't do it by myself. I got my guy to my left. What we got?
Yeah, I am Bird in the building.
Yeah,
okay, the light skin dude.
Shout out that guy Bird, man.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. And starting with our special guest all the way on the other side over here. Who we got?
Top tier, no fear, man. Pray I see the path clear. Deva Fusco here, man.
Okay,
come on now.
Okay.
Next we got
Toddy, man, it's me, Toddy. Take note of what you hear, reflect on what you see.
Come on, baby.
Okay.
Man, listen.
Peace to the Divine Family. It's to God,
Peace,
man.
peace.
TIM in the building. You heard?
Peace to the God, man.
Peace to the gods,
Sure,
man.
Sure.
Yep.
We're gonna talk tonight, y'all.
Okay.
Get ready, baby. We're gonna talk tonight, man.
We're gonna talk a little bit.
We're gonna talk. I don't know if y'all, for those that just joining the 7 Smoke Cigar Table Talk, man, this is our second time with these guys right here, man.
It is.
And it won't be the last year. It still won't be the last.
Yeah, man, we
That
popping,
was like a year ago, too, wasn't it?
Yeah, about a year ago for sure, man.
Yeah.
Filling each other cup, man, gaining knowledge from each other. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, these guys are inspiration to me. I pay attention to the show and what they have to say because it's all valuable.
Likewise,
and
brother.
definitely going to make that mind wonder, make that mind think. You
Make
know?
that mind real like
Exactly.
a reeling rod.
Come on, baby. Come on, for sure.
We
So,
gonna keep you
know what
real.
I'm saying? I won't do too much talking about you and bring y'all in because I know y'all can do it yourselves. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So I'm gonna let y'all do your official introduction, how y'all want to do that. You can do it individually or you can do it together, how y'all want to do it, man. But just bring yourself in. You can give a little bit about each other. You know what I'm saying? Tell the people about yourself, and then so on and so forth. What you got going on, and so on and so forth. And then we get into the podcasting. You know, I know y'all revamping a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see when y'all get back on going. So y'all can tell the people about it, baby. And you know, we'll go from there.
Okay, shout out to my man, Lissenn crew, man, Deva, Fusco, and Toddy. Shout out to the World of Fade Barbershop, my crew. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my family. Tim Lasane, y'all. Most people know me as Tim Lasane. You know what I mean? Had a little minor setback, but we back in the building. You know what I mean?
Major comeback.
Yeah, major
For
comeback. So. That's it about me. I'm just ready to jump in, man, and dive into this business. You heard?
Hey.
Yeah, I think we could dive in, y'all. we don't introduce ourselves.
Let's do it.
So jump
That's
out
how I
the
know who
porch
we
with it.
is. I'm gonna echo those sentiments, Tim. We revamping right now. Had a little setback. Tim got himself together. Now
Yes,
we
sir.
back. We went live that was 2 weeks ago, last week.
Last week.
We gave y'all the spiel on what was going on.
Yeah,
Devil back, you know, we full throttle, you know.
full speed
Three-headed
ahead.
monster right now.
That's right.
Yep, let's
That's
do
right.
it.
You going to add something?
Yeah, I'm the third party trio of the Man Listen Free Game.
Bet on Trey.
Yeah, man. Deva Fusco. You know, shout out to my family as well. Shout out to the Fusco South organization. I'm just here to get it in with the brothers, man. Welcome in the dearly beloved Timothy Lasane back. You
Yes,
know, I gotta
sir.
shout my boy out, man. I was passing by today and one of my staff was like, yo, there go your boy. I said, no, that's my brother, man. Check that gangsta out, man. You know what I'm saying? He was on this stroll, man. And, you know, I was just happy to see that. So, you know,
Yes, sir.
I'm just happy
got
to
me
be
about
here.
4 miles in.
Hey,
Come on, baby.
Yeah.
Back.
love that.
Back.
So I'm just happy to be here with him and my brother Toddy, man. You know, me and that guy, man, we got so much history together, man. You know, so I'm just happy to be right here, man, and chopping it up. Shout out to that boy Bird, man. Shout out to Law, man. You know,
I am Bird.
I am Bird, man. I go way back with
my
that
guy
boy Bird,
Las
man.
Vegas, man.
Yeah, man.
Y'all don't know nothing about that Las Vegas,
Don't know about the
man.
Las Vegas.
Nah, I don't know nothing about that Las
I'm just here
Vegas.
for it, baby.
Let's go.
All right. So basically, this gonna be y'all episode tonight.
My mama
Same
said
way
welcome
like how
back
y'all
to-
run y'all's,
Hey,
like
hey,
y'all
peace,
y'all
fam.
got full privilege
Peace,
to do some
queen.
of the same thing here.
Peace, Queen.
Yeah,
Happy
yeah.
to be back.
Y'all got
What's up, my dude?
full all y'all tonight. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Okay.
This is I know y'all revamping your show, but hey, tonight, like
It's
I said,
y'all
I'm
show.
honored. We ain't gotta say too much.
Yeah.
Do your thing, what you always do, what you used to doing. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
Hey,
right.
baby, peace. Rachel, what's happening?
So
Y'all
we was gonna kick off our Nas show with this topic, but Bird reached out. He was like, "Yeah, I got something y'all want to talk about." And no other topic to talk about than with
Love you, mom.
my brother beloved situation. He sent it to me, and I was like, "Yeah, we should hold that for the first one." Said that'd be a great one. And the topic is the value of a support system.
Come on.
Yeah.
I want him to go first. You know what I'm saying? Just due to his previous situation.
Before y'all do, can you give a little synopsis of what y'all podcast consists of? Like for those that haven't seen your podcast,
Yes, sir.
that know anything about it, tell us the real behind y'all podcast. It's a little different from ours. I know last week when y'all went live, you giving
Yes,
snippets about how and what y'all do. So can you break down real quick before we get into that first topic about y'all podcast?
Yeah, so the origin of Man Lissenn is basically from me and Tim doing posts. You know, all my posts started off like I say with Man Lissenn.
Right.
And it's something real.
Yeah.
It's
Weezy, what
motivational.
up, bro?
It's something that need to be heard. It could be something somebody going through. It's truth. It's truth for the matter. And then Tim was doing free game.
Free
You know,
game.
similar quotes. Just
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
If you were scrolling on Facebook and you see the quote or the post, you're like, dang, that sounds. So people started sharing it. People started liking on both ends. We got introduced by our brother here, Deva. You know, through different avenues,
Right, right.
boxing, mutual friend, mutual
Right.
brother, or whatever. So.
Sure.
Both of us doing it at the same time. So what other way, you know, we reached out to each other and say, hey, I'm doing Man Lissenn, you doing free game. Let's call it, you know, let's do Man Lissenn free game.
It is.
So we talking about real stuff, you know, as we say, we don't have all the answers, you know, but we want to convene the conversation to get some answers.
That's right.
But we ain't no comedians. We up here talking about real life stuff. We gonna tell you something that you need to hear.
That's right.
Some stuff might ruffle some feathers, but we speaking from the heart. We telling the truth. And like I said, it's real. Like so, the podcast is mainly real concerning real life stuff.
That's right.
Real stuff people
That's right.
need to hear. Trying to save the youth, trying to help some people.
Yeah.
And if we could reach these people, if they listen to it, it might could be better for them in life. If they don't, they don't. But the ones that do listen, we feel like they'll get something out of the show.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
peace,
Sure.
man.
That's
That's
peace,
real
for sure.
spill right there, man.
Absolutely.
Big spill.
Where can they find it at too?
Man, listen, free game on Facebook. Man, listen, free game on YouTube. We ain't got no Instagram. Huh?
Nah, but you can catch our page. We always tagging it. Deva Fusco, Talented Timothy Lasane, and
Oh.
Tidy Fusco. So
Yeah.
either one of those pages, we'll be on there. So yeah.
CB, what's happening? I see.
God's by nature, mind raised in nature, man. You feel me? Yeah, we here,
Anything
man.
y'all want to add
That's
to-
cool, man. Whatever question you have, just let me
Fool,
know.
Man, you
Just
said
put your
it
question
all,
up there.
man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bun, what up, my boy?
Feel free to throw your questions out there for those that's joining the Seven Smoke.
And Mondu's gonna come with
page.
that smoke.
Throw
Bring it,
questions
man.
out there for these guys. If you have anything, please throw it out there. That's what we're here for sure. You know?
That's it.
Another thing, yeah, we want y'all feedback. We want the people to chime in. Maybe it's
That's right.
something we need to be helped with,
Give them a disclaimer.
or if you got a
Okay.
or if you got a topic you want to talk about. Disclaimer again, we don't have all the
Peace,
answers.
God.
There you
Peace,
Just
bro.
convene a conversation to get some answers.
Shout out to that boy,
But,
Miami Pop.
And we want to hear
Belgrade
y'all
Pop.
feedback. Like, we want to hear what y'all got to say again. And because a lot of y'all be saying, I love what you're doing. I like the show. Tell us what you like about it.
Yeah.
Tell us what you don't like about it. If it's a topic you want to hear, your inbox us. We ain't ducking no smoke.
That's
Nah.
right.
Want all the smoke, precious.
I'm
man.
7
Come
smoke.
on, we-
All the
Seven
smoke,
smoke.
baby.
We down with 7 smoke. We ain't gonna do nothing but smoke.
That's right. That's right. That's right,
Yeah,
baby.
what's good?
That's right. Well, good. Appreciate that, man. Y'all want to add anything to it before we jump into that?
Nah,
topic?
I'm with
All
it.
right.
Let's rock, man.
Let's do it,
go,
baby.
Boy,
man.
Toddy said it
All
all.
right, TIM. Value of a support system.
Man, listen. I would say, just reflecting back to my situation last year, right? Shout out to my wife, all my children. They was there with me throughout the whole ordeal, and it made it easier for me.
Yeah.
You feel me? It made it made a lot of decisions that I probably wouldn't have made alone. I probably would have took the opposite route. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
But just looking in that room when it initially happened, when I initially went down and ended up in the hospital, all my children were there except Rachel, but she was on somebody live or what is it called? FaceTime.
FaceTime.
Yeah. So it was real, like, different to see, like, all my children and my wife, you feel me?
One second.
Yeah, man. For that, it's like crazy, you know, because you have to think about it. Like, I'm a guy, like, never expected. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Something like that to happen, and it came out of nowhere. So for everybody to come together, my brothers, my sisters, Toddy, Deva, Law, Bird was reaching out. You know what I mean? So many people, man. I want to thank everybody who was supporting me, who was in the building and through text message, phone calls. That probably kept me going. You feel me? Because a couple of times, you know, they were like, he ain't gonna make it. You know what I mean? So actually it was twice that they said that while I was there. So for me to have that type of support, it kind of kept me want to continue on.
right.
You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
So
That's
that was very that point right there made me want to fight harder. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and that made me that's where I'm at now. If y'all notice, like, now I got a little speech impediment. So I kind of stutter now, and I ain't do that.
Not one time, King.
Yeah, I ain't
one
heard
time.
that. I ain't heard
You're
that.
flawless,
Yeah,
my boy.
yeah. Well,
Keep
Talking
talking,
soft,
man.
like you always.
Yeah, I guess you want to put it out there, but nah, bro, you
so I
good.
be noticing it. So, cause I used to tell Toddy, I be like, hey man, am I stuttering? He was like, yeah, you be doing it a little bit. That's when I first was, when I was in the hospital. So, so it started from that. You know what I mean? But that too can get straightened out, just a matter of time. You know what I mean?
That's
so,
right.
but the value of a support system can either be it could be that thin line, you know what I mean, that somebody move on and somebody stay. I was in, like, when I was doing the chemo and all that, you know me, I'm very observant. That's knowledge. You feel me? I observe, look, and listen, right? So I'm in the room, a big old room, everybody in here hooked up to the machines and all that. So every time I'm here, my daughter here, my wife is, somebody always with me.
Right.
And so I used to be looking at other older people, and they be by themselves, like. And so I be asking like my nurse, and shout out to all the nurses at Permanent Cancer Center. I don't know if they got a class that they had to go through to make them be so nice. Man, them got to be the nicest people I ever seen in my life. So shout out to all the nurses in the Permanent Cancer Center at South Georgia Medical Center. And but I asked my nurse, I'm like, you know, were they, cause you could tell. So me being in there so long, I know what bags look like chemo.
Yeah.
You feel me? Cause I know what the chemo bag look like. So I know for a fact I wouldn't have been able to drive.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like no way.
Right.
Leaving out of there. And so people was leaving and they were like driving and all that by themselves.
After chemo.
After chemo. Yeah, so I don't know what their situation is as far as support system, right? So I used to ask my nurse, like, don't nobody ever come with, you know, such and such? And she like, nah, he always by himself, you know, and that's crazy because
Real crazy.
I'm probably, from time to time, I might be the youngest one in there. You know what I mean? And so you seeing all these elders. Now you had some in there that had people with them, but most of the time be people that be in there by themselves.
Wow.
And so it made me look at the whole situation of life different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It made me start viewing life from a whole different lens now, coming out and seeing, you know, people having to deal with that. Like that's, they know, cause they call every day, and so they know like, oh, he ain't feeling like it. You know what I mean?
Right.
You be exacerbated, man.
Yeah.
Like you don't have no gas in the tank, like nothing. And so for it gave me a different perspective on life. So hopefully I'll be able to bring some light into that.
Right.
Cause that I feel like that was another test for me to cause I had to see that. Yeah. So for them, my wife, my children, friends from back home, here, all that don't even live here no more.
Right.
People, guys at the barbershop, man, they was every day. It was definitely good to have people to be by your side. You feel me?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that aspect of support for me was because now I lived it.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Well, I got all these notes that I done took about the education part of support system and all that, but to actually live it. So one more thing before I so my daddy was doing it.
Rest in peace to that boy,
Yeah,
Magic.
shout out to my
Old
pops,
school.
man, old school. So he was doing it in January, right? And so I don't know nothing about it, right? So I go in and sit with him, and he be like telling me like different stuff about what's going on with it. And I be like, nah, man, it can't be that bad. You feel me? That's 24. That's January of 24. So my daddy ended up making the transition March of 24. And so all this time I was talking to my pops, and he was saying, I'm watching him, you know, moving different and everything. And then I'm saying, man, that junk ain't that bad. You tripping, man, you know. And then 6 months later, I'm in there.
Wow.
I'm on the machine like my daddy. You feel me? Like I'm sitting here, and that's what's going through my head. Like how I get here? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like dang. You know, so
Wow.
for me to so sometimes we can feel like we know what somebody may be dealing with, but until you experience it for yourself, man, you don't have no idea like the level of strength they have to have to maintain that type of energy, man. Cause I'm telling you, you be drained, bro. Like it's like you don't have. Like I used to be home. I be sitting in the recliner, and that's where I be at. So I go to chemo I might have to go at 8, and I'm from 8 to 2. I'm in there, and so I go straight home. They like, you want to get something to eat? I be like, nope. I say, take me on. You feel me? And I go out and I get in the recliner, and I'm there till she say it's time to take a bath. I couldn't even bathe myself.
Wow.
They you know what I mean? Like I got to get in the bathtub because I can't take no showers. Yeah, so and like I also everything's so weak, like man, I be shaking like a newborn brain deal. Yeah. Trying to take a bath. So imagine, for the past 7 months, 5 months, my wife bathes me every day. Yeah. So, and that was, you think about that, like being the person that you were. Right. You saying, what am I doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm telling her, like, man, I could bathe myself, you know what I'm saying? It's you can't do it.
That Teflon Tim that I know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So hearing that is wild.
That's crazy, man. Like they helping you to the bathroom. You can't your legs shaking all the time. And so now being better, a lot better now. I could take a shower now when I want to. But I developed neuropathy. It's a nerve damage, right? So my feet be on fire all the time. Like when you saw me out walking, my feet was on fire. I can't wait to get to the car. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna keep going though. My feet be on fire. My fingers be on. So you might see me doing this. Fingers be on. Like they just always tingling, burning. Yeah. So I developed that. And so a lot of things is different, I talk different, like my man on Paid in Full. I walk different, I talk different. Everything is different. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's my spiel on that aspect of having a strong support system. I want to shout out to my cousins and everybody who was rolling with me throughout that ordeal. I really appreciate everybody that was sending messages. Money, people, shout out to the Fade again. They was just getting out people cash out. They just was cash apping me all the time. So it was just different, man. So and I really appreciate the fact that I did have a support system there in place to kind of hold me down, cause that stuff will make you won't want to be here no more. Yeah. My daddy said that, but I thought he was just talking. You feel me? Wow. Yeah, he said he like, man, that junk will make you want to kill yourself, man. Yeah. I said, kill yourself? I said, yeah, good luck with that. You feel me? And so it was really you need it, man. And I'm glad I had I had a support system, that I had the roll with me through that, and like especially my children, they was there like every day. Right. You know what I mean? Taking turns. If Destiny got to go somewhere, Tamara there, Deja coming now, Rachel, everybody, they just chipping in. You know what I mean? So that was interesting life experience that I took. So that's one avenue that we could talk about, having a strong support system. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Very important.
Yeah,
Very
man.
Important.
Anybody got any questions for the God? You feel me? Open for any
Somebody
observations.
said a support system is so important. My mama always say, this world is not made for us to live in it alone. You gotta have somebody.
And it's crazy. I was just talking to Miss Esther about that. You know how people be saying, like they want to disappear. Like they hustling to disappear. I say, where you gonna go at? You feel me?
Right, yeah.
You gonna go somewhere where you by yourself?
Right.
Yeah, good luck with that. You feel me?
That's
like
right.
man, you don't ever want to be alone like that, man.
That's free game.
That's free, bro. Where you gonna go
We're
at?
We're gonna be there if something go down.
Yeah, where you gonna go
You
at?
disappear.
Just like the thing I used to ask him about. I think I asked you before too. Where LL Cool J would talk about the plane. He said if the plane crash and you and your people own it, and you the only one survive, would you try to survive or would you go ahead and die? You feel me?
Yeah.
Cause everybody like it. Say for instance, you girl, you chilling on the plane, you the only one alive. What you gonna
What
do?
you gonna do?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
What
before
you gonna
for the rescue people come, you got to make a decision. I'ma just have to tell the story. I'ma just have to carry that burden with
Right.
me.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, cause if I was supposed to die, I would have died. You know what I mean?
wasn't my time.
It wasn't my time.
Fact.
You know what I mean? So that's the thing. People always say they hustle to disappear. Where you gonna go at?
Yeah.
One more thing I'll say is we used to call my daddy Magic, right? And so my brother said something that was so profound. He said, man, Magic played his last magic trick.
Wow.
He never play another one again. You feel me?
Wow.
Gone, disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So when I was asking her, I was like, so what you mean disappear? My daddy disappeared forever. I never seen him again.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Them disappearing and coming back.
Ain't no coming back from
That's right.
disappearing.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So we somebody got to tell the story. Shout out to Deva, man. Somebody got to live to tell the story.
That's right.
So you know, that's my spiel, man.
Harsh reality, baby.
Yeah.
Deva.
No, I'm gonna let you rock out.
Made it rock.
You got to follow up on that, huh?
Hard.
Hey, my mom, before we get in that, she said oncology nursing is a passion, not a job. And she said, you're not showing any defects in your speech there, brother. She said true words that you spoke. Now, she asked another question, but, we going to wait on that one. Cause, but I'm going to get to that for you, Mom.
Appreciate it, Mom, dude.
I think going back to, let Tim get his spit out, but the original, the value of it starts from day one.
Yeah.
Both of y'all can answer this. I asked myself a question. What's the main thing a little child wants from a present parent? Anybody can answer.
Presence.
A present parent. What's the main thing a child wants? So from day one,
Yeah.
you present that child out. What's the main thing that child wants?
But, I mean,
It got to be the
attention.
presence of that child,
Attention,
that individual.
He said attention.
Yeah.
The main thing a child wants is attention. So the present of a parent, you the first teacher,
Most
influencer,
definitely.
and cheerleader in that child life.
Right.
If you present.
That's right.
Now, but you being the first teacher, if you ain't teaching that child right, and your teaching ain't impactful, they gonna learn somewhere else.
That's right.
That's right.
Absolutely.
If you ain't influencing the right way in the household, they already gonna get influenced somebody else. Hopefully
right.
your influence is more powerful than the influences they gonna get on the outside, bro. We already got social media.
We see
And
that
then
now.
you the first cheerleader. What we
Right.
do when a child start to walk?
That's
I
good.
always use this example. When a child first start taking, everybody clapping,
Yeah.
yay!
Yeah.
Right.
But notice you got to keep clapping.
Gotta
And
keep
I always say the first person a child want to impress is that parent.
That's right.
Yeah.
I can remember my son was 3 years old. I swear, I never forget this. I vividly remember this. He in the living room.
Juice.
He Lil Tyson. He dribbling the basketball. He like, look, daddy. He just dribbling the ball now. He losing the ball now, but he just showing me that the ball can bounce.
They
Now
can
it's
pack
a
that
ball.
thing, yeah.
It's literally a ball, but he just wanted to show me that he could bounce the basketball. So imagine that if you stop showing that child that support or that attention, guess where they gonna go get it from?
The streets,
world.
They gonna get it from somewhere else.
them
Why you
corners,
think, where you think
them red lights.
we think class clowns come from in gang culture? Cause you ain't getting that support at home.
Nope, that's
You
right.
ain't getting that support.
I don't know if that's true though. Well, in that sense, yeah, I know where you're going.
Yeah.
But
I'm not saying
nowadays,
always. I'm not saying always, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
It's not the only,
Nowadays,
it's not the only
yeah.
thing, but it's one of those things, though.
These
Yeah,
It's not the only
yeah.
thing.
kids rebellion. So then I started doing some research, and the first thing that they said children need is validation. They said
Most
children
definitely.
need validation for emotional support, to build relationships, emotional understanding. So they need, and they want to be praised. So children want to be, who they want to be validated by the most by is the parent. I remember we was talking to Jim Rock. He was
Yeah.
like,
Jim Rock on here.
he was like,
Shout out to Jim Rock.
my mama had that night job, but I wanted to show out for my mama on Fridays. He was like, I wish you was at my football game. Do you see it in the movies? They always show the daddy or whoever was supposed to be at the game, and they had whoever playing football, basketball, they always looking in the stands. And when the parent don't show up, they don't perform as well because they,
right.
you know, it's a psychological disconnect there because
That's
they was looking forward to showing mama or daddy what I
right.
can do.
That's right.
But I think sometimes
G
the older
Money,
we
what's
get,
up, bro?
I think the support decreases. I think, and we as people, I think we unintentionally take things for granted.
Yeah.
Like we say,
Oh yeah, that's crazy. You say that.
he or she'll be okay. He or she'll be okay if I don't show up today.
We've been there all this time, and it's
we
like
think they got it.
they think,
Right.
think they
Yeah,
got
right,
it.
right,
But
right.
in
You said
reality,
that.
they still want that.
That's
They-
right.
Right.
Okay, let me.
Go ahead. Go
yeah,
ahead.
It's crazy you said that because I was thinking about that and we always show up for the parents that's parents, you feel me, that's in their children's life. We show up for donuts to dads and all this stuff. So elementary school all the way through middle school. So after that, they don't really be wanting you to come to the high school no more and show up, right? They be like, no, Dad, you ain't got to come, right? But in a sense, like we kind of start letting them do their thing, right? We only show up when we have to, right? Instead of popping up for lunch or we don't do that in high school no more. Well, but both of y'all done been through it now. We
What's that?
stopped showing up at high school just for say I'm coming to eat lunch with my son.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Right? We stopped at middle school. Right? We ain't popping up no more. And seeing what's happening no more, right? In high school, cause now they embarrassed.
Right. High school,
they
you
got
got your
their
own clique
image.
now.
Yeah, they got
Yeah,
their images to uphold, and we and so we stopped. And I know for a fact, I can speak for me for sure. I'm here for track meets and football game, basketball game.
So you show up for that?
Yeah, but I ain't coming into school no more saying, hey, I want to eat lunch with my son and my daughters. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely was right in exact with that because they get to a certain point and then you don't know if they they say, no, Dad, don't come out here. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
So they not babies of what you referring to. They not babies no more. So we ain't got to eat lunch with you. At this point, you don't develop a sense of your personality,
Hollywood.
some individualism. You're independent right now. But I do want you to be at that track meet.
That's right.
You know, I want you even
see me show out.
I never used to when the band went on the field for about hours, I probably watch it one time. Once my daughter started dancing, I started recording. And then sometimes, her mom, she made, Friday her busiest day. So she couldn't make it to all of them. But if I'm at the game, I'm recording, I'm sitting in the video. That's right. So I could tell my daughter and my wife, hey, I seen what you did.
Right.
You looked good out there. Look what you did. They see that. One of my other daughters was a cheerleader. So I had to You had to show
Shout
that,
out
and that
to
makes
Snoop.
them, that makes them keep going. Like you showing them, hey, I support you in doing this.
Yeah.
Because like if you ain't supporting that, like I said, they'll go do something else.
That's right.
Like, he ain't coming to my game. I'm finna quit basketball. I'm finna quit football. I'm finna go to the streets where they showing me y'all's attention. I'm
That's
acting like
right.
a clown. You know what I'm saying? So I think from day one, that foundation, that support system, I think it helps to mold.
That's right.
It helps to mold because psychologically, a child can go either here. That's why I say the present, because we always say you could be present, but you ain't doing nothing.
That's
Yeah.
right.
You just there, but you ignoring the child. That's like
Right.
you really neglecting them, but
Yeah.
you there. Like your physical there, your mental ain't there.
And it's crazy because Dr. Juwanza Kunjufu had did a study. I don't know if y'all familiar with the Kerner Commission, but Dr. Juwanza Kunjufu did a study on the influence of our youth. You feel me? And he said so back in the 70s, home was the most influential, part of the young people's life, right? But by the time we got to the 90s and 2000s, home wasn't nowhere in the picture no more. It's peers first. It don't matter what your home got going on. It's what your peers say. And then, so back then it was home, church, coaches, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Influences.
Right.
Right. Now, fast forward to 2000. Home, man, they don't care what's going on at home.
The cell phone.
Yeah, they don't care about home, church. They ain't even on the list no more. That ain't on making the top 20.
Yeah.
Home and church.
That's right.
Cause for one, we lost we lost our way, right? Parenting start changing. So we always say things are evolving, but sometimes things can evolve negatively, right? Sometimes you can evolve and it ain't conducive.
That's real.
It really can be something that's gonna hurt. So our evolution now, is it what we needed to be as parents? You feel me?
Right.
Because now we saying, so what you want to eat? Right? Yeah, try that at my mama house. You feel me? This what I'm cooking right here. You don't eat? Go on and take your bath and get in the bed.
Sound like my mom.
Yeah. So now, we saw. I don't know. We saw a video where the boy said he wasn't going to no school if he don't get no iPhone. He talking to his mama.
What?
Right? If I don't get no iPhone, I ain't going to no school. See, how did we get here?
Right.
You feel me? So that ain't the same. That ain't what we grew up under.
Right.
It's supposed to spiral into. Instead of we went down, that was we went backwards. Instead of
you right about
instead
that.
of
Full.
producing,
Elevated.
we went backwards, man. So sometimes evolution ain't really what we think it is. Sometimes it's about it's a double-edged sword. Cause so they say now this definitely ruffle some feathers. They say we at the barbershop and they saying the basketball players of old couldn't play in this league. Right? Evolution, the game done changed. I said if you can if Michael Jordan can play and nobody can't touch him, 100 points a game. You can't foul Allen Iverson.
Man, come on.
You can't touch him. See, but you saying Grant Hill, you can't foul. It evolved, but what rule we playing
That's
on?
right.
You feel me?
That's right.
So was that a good for the league? It was good, but for sake of conversation, it's a horrible conversation.
For sure.
Yeah, you feel me? So sometimes the evolution look at the ratings.
Yeah.
they saying the rating is dropping on those sports, right? Because you can't hit in football no more,
Soft.
right? You getting targeting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think. All of us play football. How can you control your head that much?
How could you
That-
control landing on top of
Somebody,
like
you
a
feel
quarterback?
me?
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Come on,
like,
man.
Stopping your momentum.
yeah, like I'm already done lunch.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
It
I
sounds
can't
like somebody
change.
making rules that ain't no
I'm
play.
already
They don't
engaged.
understand.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
it.
that's
It
what I'm
seems like they
saying.
already engaged.
So how do you consider that? So now all the hitters they gone. They ain't in the league no more.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's evolution, but the ratings are dropping.
Right.
Back then, I'm going home. I ain't even no Chicago Bulls fan.
All right.
Like some of these cats around us in here, you feel me? I can't stand the Chicago Bulls. I can't hate Michael Jordan, right? But I still if Mike playing. I got to go see.
That's right, man.
TV, man.
Yeah, I got to go.
Like
See.
that.
I'm gonna leave. Hey, boy, the Bulls playing tonight on
Come on.
TV.
Come on.
Yeah.
Must
Well,
see,
you,
baby.
hey, boy, I'm gone after this
see.
game.
Must see.
You right? So or the Joe Montana 49ers with Ronnie Lott. I'm a defensive guy, so I want to see Ronnie Lott, Steve Atwater,
Yeah.
Scott Case, white boy from Atlanta Falcon. Man, he knocking your block off.
That's right.
I need to see that,
right.
right?
That's
But the game done changed. So, so is the evolution really conducive? Cause the game changed, now the ratings are dropping.
Yes.
We used to see people on, hey, boy, I'm going to the All-Star game.
Oh yeah.
Cats ain't thinking about going to no All-Star game now.
I'm
But
not
I don't
even-
want to see that.
Not even
At all.
I'm not chiming in on
Not at
watching
all.
that mess, man.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can't
So,
do it.
so is the evolution really worth? Is it really an evolution? Parenting is so it's dropping. Yeah. Is it people telling you, oh, you can't do this to your child no more.
Yeah. Coach can't coach no more.
Coach can't coach.
Teachers
them.
can't teach no
Come
more.
That's
on,
right.
man.
Yeah.
You got
They
parents
won't tell.
not going out there. Don't talk to my baby like that.
Knowing the child bad.
Come on, man.
But you still trying to defend that.
on,
Yeah,
man.
I get it. But dang, man.
Yeah. So we losing the value of
Support.
Yeah.
That's right.
So now it's hard to support.
So you went into what we're gonna say is it a such thing as too much support? When I say it's such thing as too much support, what you saying is when you supporting the BS. When I say BS, you going to school cursing out the teacher, and you know you got the parent that say, "I'm gonna support my child regardless. My child always right." So you got
Ruining
that.
that child.
Right.
You arguing with the school about homework or your child playing football, your child ain't coachable. You going out there cussing out the coaches because your child don't want to do what the coaches say. So that's what we were talking about when they say is it too much support?
Right.
And sometimes parents
Facts, Big D.
are enablers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You enable a child. Your child continue to do wrong and you there. No lesson learned. 'Cause with us, it was always a lesson learned. If there's no lesson to be learned, there's no accountability. Then that's too much support.
That's right.
So that's a support system that's gonna head your child down the drain or head somebody down the drain. Even us as brothers, we don't
Thug
hold
life.
we don't hold each other accountable. I think Trey said this a couple of weeks ago. He was like, he said Tony Yayo support 50 Cent to a fault. He said whatever, it don't matter what 50 do, Tony Yayo gonna be there. He gonna support him. It's that good though. You know what I'm saying? If you know your boy wrong and you still condone it, what that make you?
Oh yes, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, what kind of friend are you if you ain't gonna tell him the truth?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, man.
So are you really a friend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it in public. You can talk to them
You
to the
gotta
side
put
in
him to the
private.
side.
Like,
do.
yeah.
Because if
Always.
you
You're
do
always
it
supposed to do it to
if
the
you
side.
do it in the public, gonna get a negative response, right?
Right.
But if you get them one-on-one, it'll you'll be able to hear, right? But if you ain't real enough to tell your mans that he was wrong, what kind of person that do that? Do you want them people around you?
No. Bring you in the ground, baby.
Yeah. Even though it might be a hard pill to swallow and you think you be on the right path, sometimes somebody got to, hey boy, you know you were wrong for that boy.
Yeah, right.
You did wrong on TIM.
And take it
Yeah.
as constructive criticism.
Constructive
for sure.
criticism.
Yeah, exactly.
Nowadays, you can't offer constructive criticism because it feel like you hating. Remember, we had that conversation.
Right.
That's one of our topics coming up. But constructive, is it constructive criticism? Constructive criticism looked at as hating.
It's all about the person's mind.
Law ain't all that. Law ain't all that fast now, right? But this man is a 100-meter guy. Like this man,
Laugh too hard, boy.
Line it up.
this man running in college and all that.
Yeah.
You got to be fast.
Yeah.
Got to be.
Yeah.
You don't just go to college and run. You know what I mean? So, but you know he fast. You still saying he ain't all that fast. Now he all right. Man, that's hating, man.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's
different.
That's hating, bro. Yeah, like.
But if you talk
mean?
to him on how he can be faster,
Right.
You
if
know,
you see
What
something,
you do?
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, but if you feel like that, hey, line it up. Show me that you
Yeah, that
faster than me.
That part.
If you gonna feel like that,
line
that
them up.
part.
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Not him.
No.
Not him.
Oh, okay.
No, you ain't worry about me.
Yeah. They know it. They know it.
We put the grass to the ground on that.
You got to see it, man. Let me see what you're talking about. Yeah.
My knee bad.
What you got, Deva? Chante?
If I say this right, it's a very serendipitous. Is that the word? Moment.
Yeah.
I think support is is the balance of life. You understand what I'm saying? Because for one, you come in this world by yourself. So a lot of things that you do, yourself, but like Tyree spoke on his son, just seeing him bounce a basketball, or wanting my nephew just to see his dad bounce a basketball. You look at that as like kind of minute or small, but when you really see it from a different lens, as Beloved said, you understand it. And why I say it, I speak from real personal experiences. Like, I can give you a few stories, you know what I'm saying? My mother, shout out to my mother who's live right now. My pops wasn't in my life at a younger age, you feel me? So my moms would be at football games, running up and down the sidelines with me. You dig what I'm saying? I was a dancer back in the day. You feel me? Shout out to the
Stu,
Playboys.
baby,
You dig
where's
what I'm
that?
saying? And my
Skin
sister
down.
would literally be the loudest in the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Like screaming and supporting her little brother. You feel me? So I remember, I didn't even want to show up one time because I ain't had no new shoes. And I felt like all of them were fresh. So I sat to the house like I was really hating in a sense. How I felt like, I'm like, man, I ain't going by how I'm kind of the founder of the group, and we done came up with this flawless routine, and I'm sitting to the crib like, man, I ain't going, man. I'm just gonna leave them hanging. And my sister was like, nah, boy, you gonna be straight, you're gonna do this, and I
Dwayne,
showed up.
what's happening,
You feel
my
me?
brother?
She gave me that boost of energy and that confidence to be able to get up and show up for my guys. So, that gave me a lot of balance because I'm a confident dude, already. You feel what I'm saying? And that can come off as arrogant or cocky at times, but as my boy Beloved would say, I put that work in. You feel me? So of course I'm a have some type of little edge about myself, you know what I'm saying? Extra
value of,
because I know I did extra to come out here and do it. You understand what I'm saying?
Value
But
of support.
to be able to I coach now with my baby boy, and so it's my second year coming up, you know what I mean? I can just see how just the things that me coaching my boy and him seeing me out there on the field, or us doing things, or running plays and things of that nature, he was scared as hell when he first, like, I'm going to 7U. He cried. And usually I'd be like, what the hell wrong with you? Like, I had to catch myself. Like, hey man, it's okay to be scared. You know what I'm saying? But see, what you do is you face fear with bravery. You feel me? So you just gonna be brave and we gonna step out here and we gonna handle this. You know what I'm saying? And now he won't leave me alone. You know, every day, you know what I'm saying, he wanna do some more. You know, I work out every day by myself. You know what I mean? But my son sometimes he wants to come and roll with me. You know, he comes and he wants to be around. So just that support. Now I'm like, when I might want to take a lap off or something, I can't be out here flexing because, you know, I'm with my boy. You know what I'm saying? My boy finna be 21 years old. So, you know, I just think support is the balance of life, man. And I'm thankful for the support. Yeah. Even when you know, when you in a dark place, or as Beloved would say, in a sunken place, you know, you got to recognize the support and the love that people give you. And sometimes when you got a guy like Toddy spoke, like Tony Yayo, you just a yes man. Like, I ain't finna be, ain't nobody, how you gonna have a yes man around you all the time just to, you a cheerleader. You know what I'm saying? You ain't really here to, you know, support me. Like, you know what I mean? Like you said, we gonna wait till I might start a fight somewhere. You know, we gonna handle the business, but when we get back to the spot, it's like, but you tripping. Yeah. We finna crash out, man. We finna, you know, do some time behind this. We finna get in trouble. These YNs, you know what I mean? We finna have to do something real. So, you know, we ain't gonna get back like, yeah, boy, we did this and did that. Now, in my younger days, it was one of them things where we was just crunk about that. You know what I mean? But now, it ain't worth it. So, you know,
you the adult now.
Yeah, you the adult now. Yeah. So, you know, with my, you know, I can call this man Toddy right here. We in a situation I'm having, and he ain't coming with no judgment, but he gonna tell me like, nah, bro, that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wrong about that. And then he'll pull me to the side and tell me later, like, you know, I felt this with what you said, but maybe you should look at it like this. So at the same time, you know, he's supporting me, but he's also giving me constructive criticism. Yeah. So it gives you a balance, you know what I mean, in life. And I just feel like
what up?
I love to get support. You know what I'm saying? I love to, you know, be a cheerleader, as you could say. You know, I ain't gotta say pause with nothing because I'm cool with I know who I am.
Free.
You feel me? You feel me? So, you know, I just, it's nothing like supporting someone. You know what I mean? I'm one of them guys that things are interesting to me that I don't understand. You feel me? I could do a lot of things, but there's a lot of things that I can't do.
That's right.
So, you know, if you can do something that I can't do, I'm like, dang, that's kind of dope. Yeah. Hey, man, how you did that?
Now I'm curious.
You know what I'm saying? Now I'm curious how you did that.
Sure.
Like, oh, yeah, you did that? Oh, okay. Yeah. Like, dang, like, how long you been doing that? Hey, that's cool. Kind of show me that. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, man, next time you doing something like that, let me know, my boy. You know what I'm saying? I push up. You know what I mean? I just want to see that. You feel me? I put on a show, that was like 2022. I put my own mixtape release party together.
Oh, yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, by myself, you know, but I had like 80 people show up. You understand what I'm saying? Like, wow. I'm talking about like from kids to my peers to grown folks. You know what I'm saying? Older women, you know what I mean? Shout out to Miss Bebop, you know what I mean? Miss Sherry, Monty, you know what I mean? Like, they was in the building and they received what I had to say. That meant more to me than anything. That support in that way was different. You know what I'm saying? And I was able to get off what I wanted to get off. You know what I mean? That I felt like I needed to get off for so long. Bruh in the crowd rapping word for word songs. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother high itself. You understand what I'm saying? For your people, you know.
Know your song.
Because your disc ain't nothing if the click don't ride to it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's just that support in itself, man. To have that, have people around you that genuinely care. It ain't just along for the ride in any situation, but that genuinely care and have your best interests at heart. You know what I mean? Able to correct you as well. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, you got to be that first influence. You got to be that first mouth at home. You know what I mean? I'm always in my boys' ear all the time. Like, you know, it could be any type of situation or moment. You know, I remember we was in the bathroom one day and my oldest son, my other boys was waiting on him to come. And they come in there because my baby, well, he hungry as hell. He like, man, what you doing, man? And I always, in every conversation, I be like, yeah, that's my spill. So I never realized they caught that. So he was like, oh, I'm coming, man. I was getting a spill. You feel what I'm saying? That's what he telling his brothers. You know what I'm saying? So it made me, when he walked off, I was like, dang, maybe they be really listening. You know what I'm saying? Now they listening. You know what I'm saying? So I love to be they support, man. You know, I love to really back
KG,
them, you know what I
what's happening, my
mean,
brother?
and have a lot to say to them. I mean, I got 4 boys, man, and 1 little girl. You feel what I'm saying? And I always, as the creator, like, well, you gave me 4 men, 4 black men.
Yeah.
Like, who am I? You feel what I'm saying? Like, you gave me 4 black men to raise in this society, in this world, with all the odds against them. You know what I'm saying? So now you done gave me a task all in itself. You feel me? And shout out to the late, great Welton Frazier, my father, that was a man of men, you know, and that changed his life for me and gave me all the game and tools that my mother had already put into me. He just kind of shaped it and molded it. You feel me? And I'm able to now pass that game, that free game, and tell them boys to, man, listen. You feel me? At any given moment, any given time. So I just think, like I say, man, that support, man, is a balance, because you got to believe in self first. You got to believe in what you can do, but that support just gives you that boost. You ever heard what Prime said? You ever heard how Prime say how he became Prime Time? He said because he ain't had nobody there. So he had to create this person to be able to become, you know what I mean, who he was. Imagine he had that and he had a little extra. You know what I'm saying? There. Same way, you know, me and Beloved had these conversations. Same way, you know, my brother Toddy, he was a great basketball player. You feel what I'm saying? And his pops used to be at every game, loud as hell, you know, but he didn't have that extra push in order for him to just say, okay, I'm gonna wait, you know what I mean? I'm gonna do this and I ain't gonna go get no job. You feel what I'm saying? Or Beloved, you feel what I'm saying? We would have been a whole different situation had he had that support. He probably had his whole youth league program. My brother probably did he played with guys like Fred Taylor and things like guys like that in the league. And he was 40 years old playing with guys in their 20s. And all they talking about is, boy, Tim different. Right. You see what I'm saying? So just imagine.
I need him.
Yeah, you feel me? So just imagine.
That's my man.
Yeah, imagine how things could have been with a little support, man. So like I say, man, and my guy always preaches, you know, that self thing. You feel what I'm saying? You know, I do this for me. You feel me? At first, I do this for me. You know what I mean? Then I do it because I want to be around for my family. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Right. I want to be able to be here, and I want to be healthy. You know what I mean? I care about me. So the fact that, you know, my boy was just telling me yesterday, he was like, man, Dad, me and Dejan was just talking about how, man, can't nobody say my daddy, you know, be out, you know, be trying to ride or do this for nobody. He be out there by himself. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I ain't never know they thought like that. Yeah. You know, I don't have no music on or nothing. I just have my thoughts and my prayers and my meditation, and I get to it. But the fact that they support, you know, what I do and how I do it, or support the things I've done. And I guess I got a career now. You know, I've been doing what I've been doing like 9 years. You feel what I'm saying? So, and people support what I've done, and the people that I've put on gave jobs and things of that nature. You know what I mean? So, again, man, as I say, man, support is just balance, man. It gives you balance in life, man. You know what I mean? It's hard to just always be rooting for yourself, because in the back of your mind, you still wish somebody was there. You know what I'm saying? You can act like you don't need nobody. Now everybody needs somebody, my brother.
You feel me?
In that Bible, it speaks, you know, how I don't know, it's too biblical, but you know, it speaks how Jesus always sent the disciples out in pairs. You feel me? So if that's the case, you've been having support since the beginning of time. You deal what I'm saying? So you got to make it make sense. So how all of a sudden we just gonna do this by ourselves? You know what I'm saying? How we gonna do this by ourselves?
Society don't shape you to think that you can do
society gonna shape think you a woman say, you know, she don't need a man. Or a man say he don't need a woman when a woman is a man's backbone. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, baby.
You feel me? You know, he give you reason, you give you hope, it gives you purpose in life. You feel what I'm saying? So I just think, again, like I say, man, support is balance, man. You know, that's my spirit. And my mom went a little left, but you know, she had kind of went there. She asked me to say this. First she went and said, hold on. hold on. I'll make sure I say this right, because she was spilling on what you had said, dearly beloved, about how.
I would say too. I'm gonna let you hit
Go
that,
ahead, brother.
and we're gonna hit some of the other comments on this side too.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
I got a rebuttal, but then you said she's going left, so that's a whole nother question.
No. Yeah, okay, well, yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Okay,
go ahead.
All right, so this you can say it, but we're gonna pause on that first.
Okay.
If you want to.
No, she was speaking on how she was like she went left off script, but she was like she apologized. She just wanted to speak to the truth about what Tim was saying about support systems don't have hope. That's what she was seeking, but she was also saying that I might have said that wrong. I can't get to it. Hold on, my thing keep going. Just go what you were going. I'm gonna get to it when you finish.
Okay, well, first and foremost, I want to say that I was trying to get my answer together for like what this was gonna be like to answer from my side, but y'all do such a good job. Like I feel like I have nothing to say, like because you got one that hit it from like the positive side of support, another that introduced like what negative side of support it could be, and then one that just hit like both.
Yeah.
So it's just like it leaves less room. Leaves less room for a rebuttal. Like I mean, what I'm gonna say is it's gonna be pretty much matching what y'all already.
And it's crazy because it ain't scripted. Like I didn't know what he was
Exactly.
gonna say. He didn't know what I was gonna say. We just, we just going.
When we even on the show,
Coach K, what's that?
we don't have
chemistry,
no
I
script.
guess.
They gonna talk, and we just gonna feed off.
Just feed off that
Like regular
energy.
conversation,
Yeah.
man.
One thing, you done, Bird?
Oh, we was going to touch on some of the comments
All right,
that
go
people
ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go
since
ahead,
earlier.
Ready? Hey, so Q said support is big time on every level of life. It can be the difference between success and failure. Keep giving up or keep going, doing the right thing or do the wrong thing, even living and dying. Love Goats Jackson. Jeremy Goats Jackson said, "Love you, big dog."
Shout out to
Lasane.
J Jack. What's happening, my brother?
Jack.
Q also said everything that happens is for a reason. The universe and divine nature is a teacher, and also builds character, understanding, and also mental awareness and preparation.
Shout out to that boy Rock, man.
Talk to him, Rob.
He also said they need the support from day one till day none, whether they want it or not.
Yes, sir.
JJ said kids do play different when parents support more.
That's right.
Q said too much support equals enabling / slow destruction. He hitting tonight. He also said
on
please,
fire, huh?
Yeah.
That JJ.
No, that's
That's
Q.
Rock. That's Rock. Yeah.
He said, please tell me I'm wrong. Go ahead.
No.
He said, please tell me I'm wrong. If you can't tell me when I'm wrong, then I don't want you around.
You feel me?
And he said, yes man is going to let you crash out over some foolishness with no remorse. Cedric Wall Street said, Fusco, what up? My son-in-law's big brother.
Okay.
Hey, peace, King.
Yes, sir.
G-Money.
Yeah.
Rock also
Val B.
said, correct support is 360 degrees, a continuous stream of revolving light. Boy, he must be writing this out of book.
My guy Cedric.
That's
Shout
boy
out,
Rock.
man. My boy.
doing his thing.
Boy on fire, huh?
Yes, sir. Jamel Williams said that's real.
Shout out Jamil, man.
Destiny Lasane said support also looks different from everyone.
Let's
Okay.
see.
For everyone.
And on the YouTube side earlier,
Shout out to
Mason
Daddy's baby.
Middleton started off and said, "Great minds are like minds."
Good pastor. What's happening?
Mason.
Yeah.
Before Tim go, be left before you go.
That was it, Bird?
Yeah, we got through the comments.
They spoke about two different things in their life, and the support was different. One could have been catastrophic in terms of Tim, so support could be uplifting and trying to heal, trying to help someone fight through whatever they're going through, tell them to keep going. And then one could be like you supporting, someone's passion, on a positive end and the thing. So you see, it's two different types of support that they spoke about. But what I wanted to transition to, because they keep bringing up the topic before I could transition, being Tim was talking, and we was talking about like our parents back then when you in those big households.
Rod.
I know you had 9. It was 9 of them. It was 7 of us.
Yeah.
Did your parents your parents we talk about how your parents had to make a choice. Like Tim would say, my mama ain't come to the school that often because she had to work. And I used to think, my mama, she ain't come to me in my game because she had 2 heads to do. She had to cook for the house. Then I had other siblings. So she had to run the house while I was out doing what I was doing. You see what I'm saying? So back then, if your family dynamic was like that, sometimes, in Jim Rock too, sometimes your mama had to make a choice. Will I support my household or I support my child? You see what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true.
So talk about that dynamic, TIM. Because you always say that. He was like, I ain't have the support. Now, it wasn't because he said his mom didn't want to. And she had to do what she had to do to take care of the house.
That's right.
Yeah, take care of other things. So she had to. So sometimes you had to put priority here, and right here, this might go to. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So talk about that dynamic, because y'all probably.
I could talk on that one. I can ride out on that.
Yes, sir.
It's crazy you said that because so when I was playing football, I was in Florida. My mama was in Georgia. Right? And so, like, my mama ain't never been to none of my games ever. Not high school and all that. When I started playing in the Red League at Mildred, she started coming to those games. But as far as the games that meant something, you feel me? That so my mama ain't never been to none of my games ever. And but she in Georgia. I'm in South Florida. Right? And so she would always call and say, do good. That's all she said. And I still can hear that. Like I used to tell my children that all the time. The times that I won't be able to make it to the game, I used to say, do well today. You know, do what you're supposed to do. So her having to, like Toddy said, those decisions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a hard decision because not even just sports. Like far as you might be getting recognized at school or something, or field day or something, anything. My mama went with that. You feel me? She ain't coming no and if you get in trouble and she got to leave her job. Man, you done lost your mind. My mama finna lose it, right? So, just think about, and I understood, well, then I didn't. Because I might be getting an academic achievement award or something. That and then, you know, you the only child, ain't nobody there clapping for you, right? The teachers might be, but you ain't got no parent or nobody there to clap for you. Right. So that used to mess with my mental, right? Yeah. Until I got older, and now I can see why she. No, what you want to have lights on at home, or you want her to come clap for you? You know, I wish she could have did both, right? It was just her though, and so, my mama used to, she talked about and she praised you and she give you a cupcake or something for that. You might get an extra piece of chicken, there you go. Like something. But all that coming to that school, but her support was different. Right? It was just
it was the support of life.
Moral support, it was a moral support that she because I can imagine how she felt not being able to be there. You know what I'm saying? Now. Yeah. Looking back at it, like, dang, I know my mama probably wanted to.
Let me say this while you saying that, and I'm gonna let you get right back to it. Imagine if your mom not there because she's not there because she's trying to make sure that things are functioning right at home, right?
Yeah.
What if she was on drugs?
Imagine that.
What if she was an alcoholic?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
That's a
different.
Yeah,
that's a different dynamic. You see what I'm saying? Now. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? You don't have an excuse not to be there. Your excuse is because it's a choice now. Because you choose something over making sure the things are right at home or making sure you're here to support me. You know what I'm saying? So imagine the kids that have to deal with that dynamic. You know what I mean?
It's a lot of them.
You know what I mean? So
like So me personally, I could probably touch on that, but I ain't live that. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I live.
Thank God.
My mama.
Shout out to my mama for that.
My mama ain't used drugs. She didn't drink.
Yeah.
But she worked 2 jobs on the weekdays and the third one on the weekend. So when we was in Orlando, me and my friend, shout out to my boy Debo, rest in power, we used to ride the bikes because she worked at a hotel right down on Blossom Trail, right? And so we stayed off of Rio Grande. That's like the next street over from OBT, right? And she worked at the hotel, so we would ride down there on them bikes late at night, and try to help her fold some of them sheets up so she can come home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she'll give us a pile, and we'll fold them up, and she said, "Now get y'all butt from out here." You know what I mean? Make us go back home, cause I don't know if y'all familiar on Blossom Trail, but that's a dangerous street. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's a dangerous street. So, but we ain't studying that. You know what I mean? I'm going where my mom at. So, but she be like, "Get y'all butt back to the house." So, just to try to get her, just try to buy her some time. You feel?
Yeah.
Just come on home. I mean, I remember days we went that we ain't see mama now. Yeah, cause she worked 2 jobs. She don't even. Sometimes she don't come home. So think about waking up in the morning. You smell that chicken in there frying. She cooking what y'all gonna eat today, right? And I just get up and go in the kitchen where she at. She, what you do? It's 4 o'clock in the morning or something. She in there. What you doing here? I'm like, I smelled that chicken. You feel me? And then she be like, you make sure that everybody get a piece of chicken. You know what I mean? And you better not eat no extra ones, and you know all that. And then she don't take none.
Wow.
She don't take none of the. She gone. She finna clear. Get your butt back in that bed. And she don't take none of the chicken. It's all left there for me and my siblings. And so me now looking back like, dang man, my mama was gangster.
Real gangster.
You feel me? Like
Real gangster.
like me and Tater here, we was talking one time and we was talking about what gangster is, right? I said gangster is graduating from high school. That's gangster.
Real
I said
gangster.
gangster being able to navigate through all that like imagine all y'all, right? Navigating through what y'all got to deal with in the high school just to even make it there. Cause you was on James Street, you was on Hudson Docket, Bird, you was over here by the cookie factory with your
All the
daddy.
trials and tribulations that you have to face.
Imagine, you being that sperm that make it.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
That's how we
That was
got.
tough, my
Yeah. Imagine that, right?
Yes, sir.
A lot of us fell by the wayside. We didn't make it, right?
Yeah.
I got to the door and didn't make it. I'm right here. And it don't matter what the case may have been.
I'll kind of say that a little different though, ain't it?
Yeah, it don't matter though. I ain't make it.
I can feel
I
you.
still didn't make it though.
Right,
you
right,
feel
right,
me?
right.
So y'all was able to navigate that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Not to be getting caught up at it. See, you weren't getting caught up at that store that I was hanging out at.
Right.
Right? But it was there for you. You was on the same side of town I was on.
Same
So
block,
you had the
same hood,
opportunity to hang at that
That's
store if
right.
you wanted to. You chose to stay down there on Jane.
That's
Right?
right.
So y'all don't come out. So you don't get your picture taken and mixed up and all that
bull.
bull. You feel me?
Yeah.
So just the thought of you being able to say, nah, I ain't going down there.
That's right.
I'm gonna stay down here. We gonna hoop and do what we got to do. And then like Law, for instance, he come out of Brooks County, small town.
Right.
It's right here.
Right.
Everything is compact.
That's right.
You feel me? Cause the whole town is one neighborhood.
That's right.
And so you can you feel me? It's easier to get
Caught up.
But all that athlete that they say, no, Law got to get up out of here.
That's support.
That's support, right? Even from the hood.
From the hood.
Yeah.
Even
The
from
dope boy that
that's right. Even from the hood, they supported him, made sure they cover him up, get him out of here, and he played all the way up to the highest level.
That's right.
Right. But a lot of us, I tell my son this, my daughters and my grandson, I say, if I had the support system y'all got, we ain't sitting here having this conversation.
Yeah.
We might be having this conversation in the East Room. You feel me?
Yeah.
We having this conversation at the White House by now.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? My aspiration was different.
Yeah.
Right? If I had the support that they
That's right.
that they got.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right? I'm at every game.
Right. Wow.
You know what I mean? So if I had a snippet, cause look at how far I made it just with her saying, "Do
That's
good,
right.
baby."
Right.
Yeah,
That's right.
just that. So imagine if I had my brothers,
Yes.
everybody saying, "Hey man, 10 to 1."
Yeah. Yeah.
How far I'm going?
Two things. It's crazy that you said that because I was even gonna speak about the support you had at the Big V transition. You feel what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
conversations that we talked about. I think about Christmas of '96. I lived in Texas. It was hot as hell. My mom just she was going through a crazy divorce at the time. And it was just me, her, and my sister. And she made Christmas happen, but she got no gifts.
That's crazy.
Not one gift. And but I remember this so clear, and I could just remember her. I could still see it in my head right now as I'm saying this. And it was just like, damn. I remember, I think it was like the first, what's with the Great PlayStation? That was the first one? Or that was the second one?
It was great with the top
Great
pop
with the
open.
top
yeah,
pop
yeah,
open.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
She got me that. Now mine, these expensive at this time. It's
back
96.
then.
That's
When
$200
it first came out, you know
back
what I'm saying?
then.
Back then, you feel what I'm saying?
$200 back then.
And I
was
think, like,
a lot of money.
Dang, like how my mom was able to do this. And the second thing, I won a Spanish honors award in the 8th grade. My boy, all I knew how to say was hola. People don't finna tell you now. All I knew, but I was in a classroom and I sat in the front. And at this time, I'm an athlete, but I'm still like, I was going through a lot when I came from Texas, so I was kind of a bad guy. I was always fighting, and they thought I was crazy because, I had a temper and stuff. But this black lady named Miss Henson, shout out to Miss Henson if you watching or you ever watching, she believed in me and she supported me. And I sat in the front. So she gave me an award just for effort. Now, peep this. I just went to the thing because they told me to show up. Everybody looking around like, well, what Trey doing here? You feel me? I ain't tell no. I told my dad about it maybe one time. I wasn't thinking none of it. Man, this man took our work just to show up. So when they called me, and I'm like, I didn't even know he was there. When I see him, I'm like, hey, my daddy here. But he was a joke, so he get outside and say, I won a Spanish honor award, but you can't even speak. No. But you know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, but he like, but you got it, huh? You know what I mean? So it was just that little support. Just me seeing him in the crowd was like,
You was on fire.
you here. You know what I'm saying? I said, when they called my name, everybody, Tremaine, what is he doing with it? But it just, she believed in me. She supported me, and she cared enough to even put me in a position,
Rachel.
you know what I'm saying,
It
to do that.
Take that little one moment.
That
you
one
still
little
remember
moment. I
to
still
this
remember. I
day.
was in the 8th grade, bro.
You know
I've
what
been
I'm
graduated from high school almost 22 years. But I was in the 8th grade, and I remember that.
So my daughter, Rachel, just say, how did her, my mama not showing up or not being able to show up change the way that I wanted to show up for my children, right?
Your mother, not showing
my
up.
mother
Okay.
not being able to show up, that lit the fire for me, Rachel. That made me want to, cause I know how it felt to be the only one. Award ceremony. Now you got to think, I'm getting like academic awards. Like I got academic trophies in the hall. You
Smart
feel me?
guy.
Yeah, so I'm getting academic awards and playing sports.
right.
Yeah, and mama ain't. She happy for me now, cause when I come home and I got them, and whenever she do make it home, she see them spread it out on the table, whatever. And back then they used to give us certificates for everything. Yeah. So I had 1 million certificates, and so it made me just looking at the other students, man, and they parents there and seeing them embracing, and I said, when I first started having children, I said I'm always do the best I can. My mama used to ask me. She said, "Why you be like that to her?" I said, "I got to be a better father to my children than my daddy was to me, right?"
Right.
And you know, at that time, you know, I ain't had no relationship with my daddy. You know what I'm saying? So she said, "Well, you did that a long time ago."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Cause I'm there. Donuts from dads. I don't care. I might pop up and just sit in the classroom with them. I'm doing
You was
all.
still outside a little bit then,
Yeah,
wasn't
and I was out here, so I ain't had no job. You feel me? So I was
Yeah.
just pulling up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No matter what. And so I'm always everything. Everything going on, I'm in there. I be and that's what made me. That's what lit the fire for me to want to be there for my children and my grandchildren. You know what I mean? Because I know how I feel, and I don't never want them to feel that.
That's real.
I remember the very first time I saw Rachel run track. I don't know if she remember this. She was in middle school, and she don't know I'm coming. Her mama invited me. She don't know I'm coming, right? So, and at this time, there's a lot of turmoil between me and her mom, you know. So I go anyway, you know what I mean? Cause I want to see.
That's right.
You feel me? So I go out there and she running, and I don't know if y'all familiar with Storm, but she had to run against Storm.
Yeah, you
Y'all
talking
know
about Jose Hurt daughter.
Yeah.
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 That's
Storm is a storm, right?
Yeah,
You feel
Howard
me?
little sister.
They named her a perfect name.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
You run against her, you gotta be
Yeah,
blazing.
Storm had that
Yeah,
Storm had
you
that
gotta
torque.
be like-
Yeah.
But
like her daddy.
I came out there and of course at that time she didn't win. But she was so hurt, you know. One, cause she wanted for me. You feel me? And then it's this, you know, the competitive side of her.
That's right.
She wanna win.
Right.
So that's that for her to just to, you know, break down like that. Cause another thing, my son, he was running track. He running 110 meter hurdles, and he fell. He winning all the way. He first, and he tripped over the last hurdle,
Man.
and he fell. So I just stood there, and I just looked at him. I want to see what he gonna do.
Yeah.
You feel me? I ain't said nothing. I just looked at him. He got up and he finished the race, right? And so he started crying. He was over there boohooing. They said Destiny. He was running. All them was at the track that time. All of them was there. And so Destiny like, Daddy, Raekwon crying. I go over here. I said, what you crying for? He said, man, I was winning this and that. And I said, hey man, you know what the most important part about that whole race is?
You finished.
He said, he said what? I said, you got up and finished.
That's right.
I said, you could have just walked out. The race was over, right? But you got up and you finished the race. I say, I always remember to finish the race, man. You feel me? Don't quit.
And if he took that gym, he'll carry that in life. Like I'm gonna finish everything, no matter what the situation.
Man.
That's real.
I got to finish the race. So the fact that I was there,
Yeah.
and he want to win, I'm always there. For them, him, Destiny, I was always there.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so Rachel, I wasn't. Right? Unless her and Destiny running against each other, the only time I see her. You feel me?
Right.
But Raekwon, I'm DJ doing dance. I'm always there.
That's right.
You know, and I would have been there for her too. So the thing is, finishing the race. But the fact that when he looked up, he after he fell, he looked up, he saw me over there. I'm just standing right here, right beside the track like this, got my arm crossed, like I ain't said nothing in my mind. I'm saying, what you gonna do? That's all I'm saying. Yeah, what's up?
Yeah.
That's it. And if he home watching, he gonna say, I remember that. Yeah, cause finish the race, son.
Finish the race.
Finish the race. Support.
That's free game.
It's crazy. Y'all were talking about ceremonies. Back then, like some of the ceremonies used to be out of school. Imagine not making it to the ceremony to get your award. Like, I got a lot of, like he said, academic. I got a lot of academic awards. A couple of times my teacher embarrassed me. Cause my mama didn't drive. And my daddy, he probably was at work late or whatever. So she was like, it's a shame they called Tyson's name a bunch of times to give him an award. And he wasn't here to get it. So that's one of my fondest memories. Like, dang. And they give me my certificate, my trophy, or whatever. They'll give it to me like out of school. Now some of the reward shows used to be during school, but a lot of them they used to have them like after school. They didn't want to have some of the ceremonies during school. So some of the shows, like some of the award ceremonies, I didn't make it to. So my mama, she got hit when she was like 5. She had to learn how to walk again, so she never wanted to drive a car. And my stepdad, he probably was at work or something or doing whatever. So a lot of times when they used to have like honors nights and stuff, I used to be getting my certificates. Like if it wasn't during school, I used to be getting my certificates after school. So y'all stories about, I had to get home. I can't stand out of school. So y'all having stories about going there, and you know, your mama might not be there, you get it, or imagine not being able to get it, and the teacher tell you, they called your name several times and you wasn't there, like, damn, I don't drive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I could, you know what I'm saying? I could. So those are like.
That's the order of operation.
Yeah.
It's the order of operations, man.
Wow.
You can't.
But picking back off what Destiny said.
What kind of backing you doing?
Veggie backing parts of, yeah. I wasn't picking on Florida.
Good play, I like that.
But Destiny was
You gotta
saying,
hold them accountable. You gotta be accountable. We ain't real friends.
when it comes to that support with me, man, I've been to school talent shows, some rap, supported that, like cheerleading. My youngest daughter now, she want to be in the band and be a cheerleader. Like, you gotta be there. So like he said, like that drive, that's what counts. That's what keeps them going. I'd rather you be doing this than something else. I feel like I'm obligated to support this. I'd rather you be doing this than anything else. You want to be in a band? Go ahead, let's go. It's very expensive nowadays.
Let's pay for it. Yes.
Cheerleading.
I'm paying for it.
You gonna get it, man. You gonna come out your pocket, but I'd rather you be doing this than anything else.
You gonna come out your pocket for cheering too.
Look, I done had
Everything.
I had dance team, cheerleader. Now we got band and cheerleader.
Yeah, man, please. You might well get you a second job.
You know what made me, just in you saying that, we would be on the block, chilling, broke as hell. I ain't got no money in my pocket. We fresh as hell now. I ain't got no money in my pocket. I would look up and we would see Toddy walking down the street. We'd be like, "Boy, where you going, boy?" He'd be like, "Boy, I gotta go to work, I gotta get it." But as an 18-year-old dude, you're like, man, it's crazy, man. I ain't finna walk nowhere, but I admired that. And when we became because we always been couple, when we became very, very tight, and that's my brother, I remember they was doing the pyramid thing. They used to be the 5 links or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And bro real business savvy. So he ain't all in my ear about it. I'm like, man, nigga getting you, man. I ain't doing that. You crazy. But just because it's my brother and I love him, here you go, bro. I'll be there. I'm gonna give you this money. I'm gonna come and I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna listen.
Yes, sir.
And I came and sat and listened. Regardless if it went somewhere, it took off or anything, but my brother, you feel me? And I'm there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my little brother, little David, man. He just graduated from college. And we were there, front and center. My nephew graduated from college, and I ain't really no travel type of guy. The farthest I ever had drove up is Atlanta. I mean, probably the furthest down, maybe Fort Lauderdale. I ain't really never went across as far as driving, but I drove all the way to Kentucky in a rainstorm just to go see my nephew graduate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And every monumental thing that he's had or been to, we, we there, we showing up. You feel me? So when you said that, bro, and you spoke about not being able to have that ride or that drive I remember those things. So when it's an issue or something, like, man, I'm getting out my bed 3 o'clock in the morning if he called me.
Yeah.
That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? And vice versa. You see what I'm saying? Like, if it's a situation, beloved ain't just our big brother, that's our barber. You feel me? And I might be like, hey, man, but I'm getting a lot of heads cut. You feel me? Straight up. Like, so.
Yeah, the gang of them.
Yeah, gang of them. So I might be like, hey, my boy, I ain't got that. Yeah, don't worry about it. Just give me back. You got a slew of people. You know what I'm saying? But you just gon', it's because, and I'm a type of person, I ain't gonna take advantage of a situation just because you my brother. Yeah. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, he still gotta eat. Yeah. That's his job, that's his profession.
Gon' eat.
You know what I'm saying? But the fact that he just, with no exchange, like, man, come on, man. Let me get you right, man. You got to be on camera, Deva Fusco East, baby. You got to look right. You know what I'm saying? So he cares. You know what I mean? Yeah. Again, supporting is caring. Yeah. You feel me? Yeah. So the fact that you have guys like that, and I'm one of them type of guys, man. I be tripping sometimes. I might call one of my partners late at night or call my brother and be like, man, I just call tell y'all boy good night, man. I love y'all. But be like, man, boy, he crazy, man. They do it crazy, man. But I be dead serious. You know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? Like, you may take it in a joking manner, but I done lost people, bro. Shout out to my brother Dre Day. Shout out to my cousin BJ. And I ain't even gonna get deep into his situation, but he had a bad situation that happened that went viral, right? We don't know, and it never came out to be true, right? Yet, we don't know what type of place that man was in because everybody left his side. Mm-hmm. Everybody pointed the finger at him. Nobody tore him up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Tore him down. I remember he's texted me and was like, cuz I ain't gonna lie to you, boy. It was so crazy. He was like, man, you and Tim the only ones really said something. This is what he said. I still got a text message. I got the receipt to say this. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know if somebody else did, but this is what he told me. So it was just like, I don't know what type of space he was in before his early demise. You know what I mean? And it wasn't even a full year that he had passed that these allegations had been put out on him. And again, you know what I'm saying? If anything, I don't take nothing from nobody or anybody in a messed up situation. Don't get me wrong, but right is right, wrong is wrong. You know what I'm saying? You're innocent until proven guilty. You feel me?
Not in this America.
Yeah, not in this America. But that's what I'm standing on. You feel me? So that's a whole nother topic. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. So I just going back to that, man, just seeing his drive and ambition about certain things made me want to support him. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when I seen bro walking today, I was like, it almost made me shed a tear because I remember looking like, bro, I don't know if we gonna be doing this with him. You know what I'm saying? I didn't wanna think like that, but we had done seen this situation too many times with cancer, bro. And it was always a bad ending. Yeah. Now I'm looking at him like, boy, you don't even look like nothing happened to you. You know, like, right. Dang, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, but I was there, I seen it. You know what I mean? I watched it. I remember looking at him at the barbershop and he bucking, talking about he ain't finna call, like, bro, you ain't got to tell you. I'm going to tell her. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to take you. One of us finna take you, bro. You ain't finna be up here. I don't care about you bucking. You know what I'm saying? We going to have to go. You know what I mean?
Somebody, he ain't going out bad.
Yeah, he ain't going out. I ain't going up here.
I ain't going out bad, Toddy.
You going out bad by not going. Now, we could have been just like, yeah, bro, you right. You got it, bro. I feel you, bro.
Yes, man.
Yes, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. See, Lasane known for a lot of different things than what he should be known for.
For real.
You feel what I'm saying? He's known for what he can do with his hands in these streets. See, I know the other side of this man. I done sat in the car with this man for 4 hours and had real deep conversations. You feel me? So, people look at me like that, so they probably think our relationship is based off.
What's happening?
Based off Uncle Jimmy, what's happening?
Yeah.
Probably could think that our relationship is based off of that. Man, that'd be the farthest thing from our minds. That's always up with us. But it's a respect thing. We come in peace. You know what I'm saying? Peace, king, peace, queen, excuse me, pardon me. You feel what I'm saying? But to know who this man really is as a person and the wisdom that he gives out, you know what I mean, and the support and throwing books at me. You know, he helped me to become an avid reader. You know, along with my
Avid
mother.
readers.
You feel me? Now I like to stick my head in the book and get some real information. You know what I mean? Hey man, let's. You know, we always in the text message building about something. You know what I mean?
I told Law not to cut your wisdom.
No, you good, King.
When we was when I was going through it and I talked to you that day, we talked for about 5 hours, right?
You see what I'm saying?
Storm day.
Yeah, during the storm, yeah. And
The one just passed.
I said
It's the first one. Well, November.
yeah, in November. That man talked. So I said, but I got a stack of books that I was finna bring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 'Cause I think we were supposed to came on before I got sick,
you
right?
was already preparing for the
Yeah,
show.
I was loaded. I'm still loaded. So that's a whole nother conversation. But I want to veg you back off of something that you said though, Deva, because all of us had spoke to it like how people how people support you, right? So sometimes people, I always tell people all the time, like, especially like the guy like Rock and all these guys who I came up with, who was in the trenches with me, right? They be quick to do some crashing out stuff, right? So now with us being adults and all that, I can't get them to give me that same energy with let's build something, right? Let's get together and make something happen, right? Let's so we quick, and this is our whole. We can all attest to this. We got homeboy that when it's time to fight and get into all that madness, they ready to go, like they ready to die for you. I said, but are you? Would you live for me?
Where we had went with the doc. What that was?
Wow.
To the
What that was?
workshop.
The men's workshop.
Not the workshop.
Men's conference.
The therapy session we went to.
Yeah, that was
the
workshop. Yeah, that was workshop.
Oh, okay, yeah. A whole bunch of us.
Yeah, it was 7 of us.
This was 7 of us,
Yeah.
but you know we know a lot of guys that
Yeah.
didn't show up. So I totally
Yeah,
understand
so
what
I
you mean.
imagine if they give you the same energy that they ready to crash out with you about. Imagine where we can be at
You ready to build with me?
if we ready to build together, if we ready to grow something together. You feel me? So what I did, I started separating myself from them people. Right? So I got a lot of homeboy that something happened to me like they just waiting, right? I don't want you to do that. You feel me? I need you to live, right? Like some of them thought something had happened to me. Right? They ready to
Looking for
yeah, they ready to
Oh.
destroy something, you know. But I'm like, nah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I
You ready
don't-
to kill council?
Yeah, I needed
Who
them
did
to
it?
kill that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they live in cancer. Yeah, so I needed them for that. But why we can't, use that same energy and build something together? We can, if we can. I think I sent it to you, Law, where they were talking about the division.
Yeah.
How people use so much stuff to keep us from vibing together, right? So what if we put all that aside and just agree on the things that we agree on?
That's right.
All of us ain't you feel me?
The focus is wrong.
The focus is wrong, man.
It is.
Focus is dead wrong. We got all of us ain't always agree with everything, right? So let's not talk about that what we don't agree with. I don't like the Chicago Bulls, so you still talking about it. Yeah. I'm an Orlando Magic fan, of course, so we can't like each other, right? If it wasn't for him, we might would have won a championship, right? So
Blame Houston.
imagine if we can all walks of life.
That's right. That's right.
Right? Support each other on one common goal, right? Whatever it is. Right now, all of us know that we struggling with parenting. We losing our children. The minister talked about a generation that was gonna be lost, bro. We looking at it.
Yeah.
We burying children.
Man, we parents burying children now.
Babies.
Yeah, this that generation, man. He
Yeah.
talked about this in the 90s.
Yes, long time ago.
He says the generation gonna come, and we ain't gonna be able to do nothing with them.
That's right.
Yeah,
All
here we are.
We here.
Wow.
Parents burying order of operations tore up.
Yeah.
We burying our children now. Every day, bro.
Every day.
Throughout the world.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
And so why we can't come together on that?
Right.
We got to know there's a
Problem.
you got to know it's a problem.
That's right.
This can't be right. Right? That ain't even the order of parents. Children supposed to bury their parents. I'm fortunate enough to have buried both of my parents. You know what I mean? It's my pops right here. Shout out to old school.
Yeah, man, boy, magic.
Right? I'm fortunate enough to have I'm fortunate enough to bury both of my parents. Right? But now parents burying their children, man. I'm talking about senseless.
Yeah.
Or the industry is filling the penitentiaries. I'm talking about first sentence is life.
Making it seem like it's cool.
Yeah.
Making it seem like it's cool.
Yeah, so you got cats in the chain gang. They making videos, smoking, throwing
that
football, playing.
Making jail.
And
look
all they
fun.
doing is making it look fun. So it's
Yeah.
okay for you to go out and
Come
do the
out
stuff you
here
do.
so I can
Think
get
I
in
go do
here.
a bit.
And so then you the first person now you want to call, mama, daddy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm the one that tried to get you to avoid that.
I can't do nothing
Don't
when that
call
judge hit
me.
that gavel.
Nothing. When you become the property of the state,
Yeah,
that's
man.
what that means,
Yeah.
That's it.
right? So as soon as you go in behind that wall and they get their hands on you,
All I can do is pray.
That's it.
That's it.
that's
how
it,
you-
man.
So that was the next topic. So how you make the most of your support system? Because right now we see a lot of kids.
Shout out that boy
We
Jarvis.
see a lot of kids with parents that support them, uncles, aunties, cousins, and they don't take the support that they get. They don't utilize the resources around them. They go elsewhere. So how we teach them to make the most of the support system? Like some kids, they got it all. Like he was just
Still ain't got
mad.
enough.
He was just mad about his nephew. Man, his head don't hurt. Like he's part of his support system.
My
He's-
grandson.
his grandson. excuse me.
Yeah.
He part of that nucleus. But it's like your support could be. It's like now we talk about how we didn't have the support because our parents had to make the choice. But now that we say these kids got all the support they need, and they like pushing it to the side. Like I don't want to
Take it
do
for
that.
granted.
I don't want to listen to that. It's like, so how you make the most? How can you not make the most of the support system when you got all these people there for you, rooting for you, cheering you on?
It cause your support system is not your influence.
Wow.
Your support system ain't who influencing you no more.
Drop one of Clue's bombs for that.
Yeah. Come
You
on,
feel
son.
me? Your support system is just that. That's all. That's all you wanna
That's right.
you use them for.
Yeah, that's
They
it.
ain't picking up on.
Say it again. Use them.
That's all
for
you
it.
want to
wanna use
use them
them.
for. Yeah. Cause the influence is the ones that's outside,
Yeah.
right? My little my second oldest grandson, Rachel, oldest son, love Justin Jefferson. He think he Justin Jefferson. So Justin Jefferson got an influence over my boy.
Yeah,
I say,
Capo, too.
so I'm looking at Justin like now. So since he a fan of Justin, I'm trying to do the knowledge of Justin. Like, so what kind of receiver Justin is? You feel me? Is he a possession guy or he can go deep on him, right? I'm looking at him like, dang, this boy can do everything.
Yeah, he do it.
Yes.
Definitely gonna go
Across the
deep.
board.
Yeah, this boy can do everything.
Definitely
Across
gonna go
the
deep.
board.
He going to get it.
Yeah.
So I said, dang.
With good feet.
Good feet, hands, glue. Like my boy used to say back in the day, he said, got glue on my hands.
Glue,
Yeah. I was like, man, how you caught that? Like, man, that man done caught some of the craziest passes I ever seen in my life. I'd be like, man, how in the world you caught that? We was on I'm breaking protocol, but we was on the dang. We was on defense and ball in the air. It's a 50-50. All of us say I'm safety. He DB, he the corner, right? I'm on top. So so I done came and I got I'm trying to knock it down, right? He over there just like this, waiting on, trying to see where it's gonna go at.
Yeah.
He catch it and he pick it off, take it on back the other way. But who you feel me? We trying to I'm trying to get this ball down. You feel me? I know I ain't gonna be able to catch it. I'm trying to.
I knew I couldn't jump with y'all.
Yeah.
I know my place.
Yeah, I know I ain't gonna be able to pick it.
It's gonna come
I'm trying
down.
to knock it down, right? Law back there like this.
You gonna come back down?
I look, so I hit the ground, right? All I see is Law, he gone. Ain't nobody catching him. I said, man, how you caught that, man? Right? You say my boy said he got glue on his hand. Right? So, but our children's support system, we gotta be the influencers again.
Yeah.
You feel me? Cause the home ain't influence no more. We home.
Yeah.
Right?
They ain't impressed with the support.
They ain't impressed with that. We ain't did nothing.
We ain't did nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
We weren't young before. We were.
No. All the stuff y'all doing, we ain't never
It's
seen
all
this
new.
before. Yeah, this all new stuff. So the support system have to become the influence again.
Yeah.
And that's how we
That's why our impact, like I said earlier, our impact had to be greater than whatever influence they see outside. Because they going to see something
That's right.
when they ain't around us.
because they got access
So
to
it's-
everything.
Everything.
Is that whether it's at school, when they go outside, so the impact in the house has to be a greater influence than whatever they see out there make them go the other way. So like he said, he definitely right. The influence now, it's definitely outside. They exposed way too early
Right.
Yeah, man.
to any and everything way too early.
And make it hard for a parent to try to fight
Yeah,
against.
that's why you have to
your
monitor
You're
certain
raising and
things.
teaching your child, and
You
then
have
they
to
go out
monitor it,
and
man.
see everything opposite of
Opposite
what you've been taught.
saying, yeah.
Your peers ain't getting taught, ain't been raised like you getting raised.
Yeah.
But that's the click though.
Yeah.
So boom, here we go. Now your parents fighting against everything outside of their house.
Ain't no more
Everything.
village.
Nope.
A village gone.
Neighbors. That
And
used
guess
to make
what?
sure-
I know I made some people mad. These parents now, these parents now, they the one who destroyed the village.
What you mean?
They the one that say, don't say nothing to my child.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is.
They the one say, don't talk to my child like that. They going to fighting and all that.
Hey, they can be mad all they want. It's a harsh reality.
They the one that did that.
Yeah.
That's what go back to supporting the BS.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Supporting the
When you
BS.
support it was wrong, and that's your comeback, because that's my child.
Cause that's my child, and then so you okay with that. You
And
know,
the child listen to everything. I'm gonna do this, and I know my mama gonna take up for me.
Yeah.
You just created a monster.
Because I
Yeah.
teachers,
It don't matter what I do. They feel like
No
they're above the
respect.
law now.
No respect.
And even if you you don't want nobody else whooping your child now, right? Cause our motives are different.
That's right.
Right now, compared to when I was legit, right? The motives are totally different, right? So okay, ain't nobody touching your child. But when somebody tell you that your child done did wrong, don't worry about mine. Don't worry about mine, money. Worry about your household. Your son did this. My son 30 years old, man. I'm trying to make sure your son, I'm trying to help you. Make sure your son get there.
It's rare.
You feel me? They ain't making 30.
They ain't making it, man.
19, 20, 12.
25 shaky.
Yeah, they lucky to get 20 and all that.
Yeah.
Boy.
You know what I realized too? If a child don't respect their mother, they ain't gonna respect nobody.
Who can they respect?
Nobody. You ain't gonna respect nobody. If you don't respect a dude that cuss his mama out. And don't get me wrong, I done got high feel even as 40 years old. My mama could tell me, boy, shut your mouth, and I'ma calm down.
Yeah.
That's my mama.
That's right.
You feel what I'm saying? But if you, I can't even, just like you saying, holding people to account. I can't be around no cat that think they just finna talk crazy to their mama. I'm liable to go in your junk. Like, what we talking about, bro? I'm finna go, boy.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, some of the most, my sister really was out here, you know, when we lived in Texas, man. And some of the most ruthless cats hung at my house. Like, always, I'm talking about some real thoroughbred cat. I'm talking about cats that didn't have no shirts on, pants, like, always carry a pistol. But when they came to my mama house, they gonna Miss Mickey. You know, they put their pants up. It was a sign of respect. You know, they was cold back then. It was that cold back then.
Absolutely.
Ain't no code now.
A cat a bust down in front of people and roll up. And I'm looking around
For
like
the kids and women, all
I'm like, hey, boy, but my mama right there, boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grown man. There's certain things I still ain't finna do in front of my mama. So I have to check my nieces and nephews about certain stuff. Cause this certain stuff, but y'all didn't do that in front of my mama.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like you had to. They don't have that respect or that structure. So again, when you trying to, like Toddy just said, give that support and put them values into them, they looking at you like you just an old nigga. They don't know what you talking about. You know what I'm saying? I see some of my little cousins going live, talking about all type of criminal activities
On the live.
on the live,
Give yourself away.
and I'm looking at the live like,
And you talking about somebody set you up.
man, listen, I see the address.
Come on, man.
I know where the back. I'm saying like, but I know where they at. So if I know where you at, you think the police don't know where you at?
Man, look at you.
Right.
You think the ops don't know where you at? But you on here,
Over
so
there
the whole.
smiling.
So then I'm saying to myself like, so you don't think like your mama, your aunties, nobody ain't watching? Now they calling, girl, you see such and such on here, but they ain't got no home training. You know what I'm saying? Opposed to going on there, hey man, you tripping? Cause now you want to just take that and like he just said, don't say nothing to my baby. No, I'm finna say something. Hey bro, say something. You see one of my? They say something. You see my children, say something. When I stayed on Vanilla, man, them little cats be out there playing basketball in a circle in front of my house. 10, 11 years old, let you go to cuss. Hey boy, you can go. You put the ball down and leave. You ain't got to play no. Okay, take it home, my boy. I don't care. And go tell your mama I said it. And she come down here, I let her know what's happening. Cause you ain't finna cuss in front of me like it's cool. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Cause my children ain't cause the first time I hear that with them, they gonna get embarrassed.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So, like, it got to be some type of structure
Yeah.
with things, man. I'm not finna sit here and
but,
act like I went wilding and doing all that type of crazy stuff when I was young. I ain't gonna say I didn't do that.
Yeah.
But my dad always just say, "Bud, just things you didn't get caught for."
See, the world created that gray area. I ain't familiar with the gray area.
Right.
Yeah, the world created the gray area. So the gray area mean it's a little wiggle room right here in the middle where the children can cuss in front of their mom. It wasn't no gray when I was good. It was black and white.
You couldn't even say
A
dang.
straight line.
you couldn't
You can't say lie.
Dang. Lie.
Yeah, you got Yeah. So
Yeah, and huh is a cussing word when I'm growing up.
So society.
Camp 8, we don't do that over here.
Hit the gun line over here, boy. Yeah. So society created this gray spot where it's you might be able to get away with it.
Tread that, you can tread.
Yeah, you feel me? It's gray area.
Man,
I be like, so where the world, I know black and white make gray. But
How we skipped.
it was how we like why wasn't no thing when it always made gray.
That's right.
But my mama, it wasn't no gray.
It wasn't no gray. Nope.
Black and white.
Black and white.
Yeah, ebony and ivory. You go across that, you dead.
That's
It
right.
ain't light gray, it ain't charcoal gray.
Yeah, it's light
It
gray.
got worse and worse.
Yeah.
It got worse and worse.
Yeah.
You let them slide with that one thing, they on to the next.
Yep.
They on to the next.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's the Twilight Zone.
Come on, man. So what they say the minister said that the world is making stuff that was said to be wrong according to that time is right now.
Yeah.
Who
Backwards.
who opened the door for everything that was once declared wrong
Right.
is right. Now, hey man, that's all right. It's all good. You feel me? Just don't gray area.
Gray area.
You feel me? A gray is right here. You got to stay in there now, cause You leave out of here, you in danger zone.
That's real.
Yeah. Stay in the gray.
We want to hit some of these comments too. People have been chiming in since y'all been talking.
Okay.
All right, so Tony Breeze said, "Good mother might not have been to every game or event, but 9 times out of 10, she done prayed to the heavens above the cover over you."
Hey, before you go to the next one, that's crazy. I want to speak on that. You say Tony Breeze?
Yes, sir.
Check this. It's kind of like speaks to what Beloved said about his mother, and it's been over here on my mind the whole while we've been talking. On the other side of that spectrum, bro, you don't know what she did at night when you went there. You don't know how she felt in her room, like, dang, I couldn't make it to my baby thing.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? We don't know the feeling that she had, you know what I mean? And just like he just said, that's just the universe, man. I just want to speak on that, man. But go ahead.
No, that's real though.
Yeah.
For sure.
Hey, Diggity said, everywhere said, y'all speaking good, brothers. Being supportive and supported is a great feeling, especially if it's genuine. I've also seen that people don't know or understand what support is. Being in business, you would definitely experience that part.
Most definitely.
And it's sad.
Yeah.
For example, you have people coming in asking or damn near there demanding a discount, swear they supporting you.
That's
I
not
had to
support.
tell my son that
That's
his friends
using.
are not supporting him if they are bargaining his services.
Yeah, that's not support. Hey, the price is the price, bro.
Price is
If you gonna support me,
That's how you support.
Yeah,
Support
I was
is
just going to
right.
say, price is your price,
Price
man.
is the
Either
price.
you want it or you don't.
Hey, matter of fact, I'm gonna give you that price and more.
That's
I'm
right,
gonna put
that's
some
right.
extra on top, but that's support.
right.
That's exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Rock said, if it's possible, we as supporters have to be on each point. Of course, at home, be involved with what's going on at school, knowing who their friends are, knowing who their friends' parents are, etc.
That's the old way right there for sure.
Michael King said, this is good talk here. We need this for real.
Peace,
Food
King.
for the soul. For real, bro, they are falling by the wayside.
They gone, man. We losing them.
Jimmy checked in, Jimmy Johnson.
What up, Jimmy? West Side.
Jimmy Hennessy.
He said this
He don't call
generation,
himself Hennessy no more.
this generation has no one to embarrass.
Oh, okay.
Example,
I like
didn't
it.
get into too much foolishness because I never wanted my mom to have to come to the schoolhouse. It would have crushed me, the thought of even slightly disappointing her.
You feel me?
That's right.
That's
You feel
tough.
me?
He
Swag
said
shade.
when all we had
Pop man.
was each other, we appeared to make better strives. But now it seems we only have each other, i.e., for example, yourself. Therefore, there is no key to open the door of prosperity as a union.
Right.
And last but not least, he said we have a very distracted, undisciplined gathering of people. Respect has diminished, pride has excelled, but we are proud for some of the wrong reasons. He or she will celebrate your release for prison before he or she will even acknowledge your highly educated accomplishment.
You feel me?
Man, let me.
I was. Go ahead, bro. Yeah, go ahead.
when you
man.
said that, bro, and I just want to say
That's
this.
a real spill, Jimmy.
Man, that was
Hennessy.
real spill. My boy West Side Jimmy, man. God bless the dead. My boy,
Now, God bless the living.
God bless the living.
Yeah,
Shout out to my
yeah.
boy Jaro Edie, man.
Shout out to Jaro, man.
I remember every time Jaro got out the county jail, they were throwing parties for this man. They meeting up at the club and they get it. And one day he came up to me. I said, man, I ain't celebrating you get out. You just got out. That's like your 5th time. I said, I'll tell you what I'll do though. I help you get a job. I'll take you around there to see if you can get you some. Man, cut me and my boy's hair. I put some money in your pocket. What I look like supporting you getting out of there? Hey, my boy just jumped. You just jumped for the 5th time. What was we talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Keep
He was like,
going back.
He say, big bro, ain't nobody ever gave it to me like that. I say, yeah, bro, cause that ain't celebrating you. You getting out the county and you finna go right back for the
Losing
same
time,
thing, losing
yeah.
time, bro.
Yeah.
And, man, this one of the most giftedest guys I ever
In the
met
world.
in my life, bro.
Yeah.
Man,
Working
he
through
he should have been playing on Sundays.
Yep.
This is a fact. Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? And you think I'm finna celebrate the fact that you getting out the county all the time, man, I ain't coming out for you. What I look like. Hey, what we talking about, man? But I was one of them guys, hey, man, my cousin went to jail like that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even know, God bless his soul, too. My cousin Tremaine, I signed him up there to get a job. Cause at this time they younger than me and they hang around me, and I signed him up to get a job, man. He didn't know he had a warrant. And he went, and I just was like, "Cuz, man, I'm sorry, man." Get what he said? He said, "Cuz, it wasn't your fault." He said, "You were doing something to help me." I ain't know that. He said, "You ain't did nothing wrong, cuz. I appreciate you." And I ain't look at it like that. But you know, ain't nobody willing to do that. But time a man, you know, he go to the Bronner Brothers convention or something, and he want to cut a head, and he may, "Hey, bro, ride with me, man. I may need you to, you know, be my guy that I cut up." Yeah, my boy, you know, boy, you know, they got something going on at the Fins tonight, my boy. I'm pushing up over there. You know, the vets, you know what I'm saying? They up in that thing, you know what I'm saying?
That's the lost rule right
Yeah, you know, I can't go to that.
What's up, my boy? Ray Jizzle.
I ain't gonna go support him and be a mannequin for you. And you ask me, and I could be your first head. My shout out to my brother T Reddy, man, California, man. He did my first his first pair of pants that he designed, he did. You know, when I came home, they were glowing in the dark. I came home, everybody like, "Dang, bro, what you got on?" Now that man got a whole clothing line. He always be like, "Yo, bro, you was the first person I ever did, you know what I'm saying, a pair of pants on, and you supported that, you know what I'm saying, calling me, you know, hey, bro, send me this, you know what I'm saying, let me get that, you know, let me cop that, excuse me, you know what I mean, what's this going for? Let me get my little bread up a little bit, man, you know what I'm saying, I got you know what I mean, because I want to have a custom design or something. You may be somewhere next to Neiman Marcus, and Neiman Marcus or someone there, but I'm gonna be able to say this is my brother. You know what I mean? I supported that. So yeah, man, we ain't supporting no goofy stuff, bro. That ain't gangster, my
man,
boy.
we be supporting the wrong stuff.
Yeah, that ain't gangster.
Yeah,
man.
we gonna always support the madness.
Yeah, it's much easier.
It's much easier.
It's much
man.
easier.
But I think
man.
some people don't realize how easy it is to support at the same time.
That
though.
part.
That's I don't know if people think you got to go over, above, and beyond to do so, to just support somebody on whatever it is. It could be the simplest thing, like you know.
Man, congratulations.
Send a text.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
You do it all the time.
Exactly.
Right.
You know, you see a post, share a post.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's support.
That's
like,
real. That's it.
Simple
That's
stuff.
real.
Turn the light on.
That's real, man. That's real.
That's the light, baby. That's light.
Yeah.
I don't put the light on.
Are we speaking on that? Shout out to that boy Warren, man. You
I
know, with that
just got turned on.
5%
You
coming out, man.
good.
You know what I'm saying? That boy got some dope music, man. Y'all check that guy out.
Let that be light.
Yeah, man.
But people nowadays, they want to support what they feel is popular.
Popular.
They want to
Exactly.
support what's lit or what's
Or
popular.
get a shout out.
Or what got
Get some
motion.
blue
So
thumbs.
Yeah.
We addicted to blue
they want to
thumbs.
ride the wave of what they feel is popular.
You gotta be the wave.
TIM and Deva, we up here talking. Man, they corny, man. What they motivational speakers? You'll have them out there. So if it ain't the popular thing, they ain't trying to support it. Or they wait till somebody else support it, then they'll jump on. Once something
Right.
get going, they'll jump on after that. You
That's
got
what we
people
do.
like that
Yeah,
as
that's
well.
what we do.
Yeah, exactly.
They can go along to get along. So you got that game too.
I never forgot Tim back when before I was posting myself smoking cigars on and pictures and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I had the inspirational things daily.
Yeah.
Verbal milk. Verbal milk.
Yeah.
All right. See, Tim told me, he said, man, don't worry about the likes. You ain't gonna get that many likes now, but just keep doing it
Keep
because they
dropping
watching.
it. Yeah, they
They
watching.
gonna watch. They probably gonna put the like, but they always watching. So keep doing it. Keep doing it. So that's what kept me going. That
Don't
kept
worry
me-
about
yeah.
them blue thumbs, man. Just keep rocking, cause anything, just like Jimmy Hennessy say, anything positive, man, we ain't interested in that.
No.
Nothing.
Let somebody get killed.
Everything
A
upside-
billion
every-
likes.
Boy, for real.
Yeah,
A fight. Give
Yeah,
them a foot,
somebody
hood
fighting
fight.
in the middle of the Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man,
you brought up Fins and
viral.
Fellas. They fighting Fins and Fellas. Oh, well, we
Man,
fight.
listen,
It's viral.
Who got
It's
the tape?
viral,
Who got the
man.
video?
Yeah, but you ain't saying nothing about the Valdosta High School just graduated his largest class.
Come on now.
You ain't saying nothing
My
about.
son was a part of
So
that.
we
Come on now.
representing. So we screaming for Travis Hunter, right? Nobody says nothing about he had a 4.0.
Right.
Nobody said nothing that the whole team had 3.0.
They
Yeah.
about Trevor Hunter girl and his
Man, look at
fiance
you,
and
man.
all that.
They highlight everything
Ain't
about this man.
nobody
They
said
Every man done been a sucker once upon a time for a woman. What we talking about?
That's that small print that nobody else
Yeah.
That whole football team at
had
Colorado
the
had
whole
3.0.
team.
That's crazy.
had a
Prime wasn't playing that,
3.0.
man.
But nobody talks about that. So
Nah.
that's big.
That's big.
gangster.
A whole
That's
football.
real gangster.
Everybody on the football team had 3. That's
real.
Man.
That's almost a requirement for him.
Yeah.
Now, Travis Hunter, this man graduated with a 4.0.
I mean, that man had straight A's.
Straight A's.
Georgia boy. Well, Florida boy.
All
Florida
through
boy,
school.
now don't
Florida
try
boy.
to take it away.
High school Georgia.
High school Georgia.
He
He
was born in the mud.
That skill was built in Florida. I get it to him.
Yeah, but so we don't applaud that.
Yeah.
Nah.
See, that's what I be when my grandson be talking about Travis. I say, you know, you had a 4.0 though. He say, what's that, Papa Tim? I said, I mean, he made all A's in school, in college.
College.
Yeah.
In
We
college.
playing football.
He said, for real? Yo, this
Yeah.
Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
Heisman. How many Heisman trophies you
Can't
know
say they
had a 4.0?
Yeah, you gotta do the knowledge of that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
feel
see
me?
that, yeah.
But you can't, ain't nobody, all we talking about is he won the Heisman, talking about his girlfriend. Man, I ain't interested in that.
That's weak.
This man played on the high level of college, the best college player with a 4.0,
Playing both sides of the ball.
playing all day.
All day.
And he came out with a 4.0, and then the whole football team for Coach Prime, 3.0. Everybody. That's a standard that gonna be hard to match, man.
Yeah. They say they
And
want
that's
to say
a
about
requirement for him. So you thinking you gonna go to Colorado State and you ain't gonna do no work?
You
You
ain't
just
gonna go to class and all that.
man, you out of here.
Everybody was just looking to say, oh, a whole bunch of thugs over there.
That's
ain't
crazy.
just playing football.
That's different. So that's crazy. They always highlight because they Prime been Prime since we was kids.
Right.
Yeah.
Ain't
Be
nothing
who
different
he
about
is.
who he is.
And the bad and the good thing about it, that boy was a millionaire now.
Yeah. Yeah.
He a whole millionaire this time too.
But still getting them grades.
Still
Still
got
go to
4.0.
class every day. Still doing the work, and you listen to him talk now.
Very, very educated.
Very articulate, man.
Very articulate.
Sure.
Say what he on to my can say, communicate on every level.
That's
He
right.
say he don't do nothing but go to class, play football,
And play that
go
game.
home. That's
And be
it.
on his
Yeah.
game.
Play that game,
Yeah.
might ride and fish.
That's
Yeah,
it.
they just like to
You know.
fish. That boy be out the way.
He ain't got
But
time.
see, they ain't highlighting that.
Nah.
They
That's too
ain't-
positive.
That's too positive.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
don't want. Oh, so you mean to tell me you ain't dumb?
Wait a minute, you black and athletic.
Yeah, like what are
Ain't
you
you
doing? What are you doing? You exceeding expectations, man. You doing too much, right? So they say we gon' they say Pittsburgh wants Shador. I say, why would you put Shador on a team with a receiver like Metcalf and Pickens? You trying to ruin his career? Great athletes. But I need the ball all the time. How I'm gonna do that?
Putting that pressure on that young boy.
Yeah. How I'm gonna do that?
All right.
Metcalf, he want the ball every time. Pickens, he's just not catching it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Butterfinger.
Watch out.
With an attitude.
With an attitude, like,
He calling out the team and the quarterback.
Yeah.
Now, come on.
Pass
why
game.
would you want? I
It's
don't
gonna
want
get
my son
better.
on
Nah,
no,
the
on
pass
no
game ain't
cancers
gonna get
like
no
that, man. People like, but they great athletes. Get up here. And they say, we get to this point, to the highest level, making all these millions, and you start seeing the real true them.
That's right.
Look at these
can't
cats,
tell you
man. Look at my boy Ruggs, man. Chain gang.
Yep.
Cause you want to play in these cars and all that. Man, you done gave up your whole
Oh,
career, man,
really?
and you had something going for yourself.
God.
Chain gang, man. Look at
Yeah.
your boy, man. For the Giants that time.
Pla-
You want to tote gun?
Fusco.
Yeah. Come on, man. You get up all the way up here to do that. But then I don't know if y'all been checking the paradigm, but a white boy ran a 4.3
Yeah, he did. With ease.
with ease. I sent that to my baby mama, Raekwon mama, cause we like co-grandparent with my grandson. I say, you see these guys, a bunch of Caucasian young males, they grinding.
Mm-hmm.
They out there in the middle of the night. They doing lateral drill, sprints, opening up. You can count on 2 fingers how many Caucasian corners been in the league.
Amen.
You can count on 2 fingers.
Amen.
Corners.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just remember Seahorn.
Jason
Sehorn.
He the only one.
And there was one from back in the
Seahawks,
day.
right? And that was
He
just
played with the Giants.
He played for the Giants, yeah. Jason Sehorn. But then you know how fast they put him at safety, though. He couldn't stay there.
Yeah, man, no bump and run. none of
They
that.
had to put him at free because he couldn't stay with them boys off that line. But now, paradigm shifting. Look at that boy that was running track for Georgia. When he came from Texas, bowling, white boy Matthew Bowling. Boy got them wheels, man.
Big time.
Yes, sir.
I'm talking about cooking.
Yeah.
Man, please. And they said, "Dang, what's going on? We going back? They going up. Why? Cause they grind
Work.
Yeah, we home to
We
my
got money in our face.
we home to my this all day.
Yeah.
Making creative
Well,
plays.
we used to
That's
be
it.
outside playing. We
Grinding,
ain't doing that no
yeah.
more.
Definitely outside. It's too hot.
Man,
Yeah.
It's
you
too
did-
hot
That's
out
it.
here.
Too high.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
Yeah,
But you
so
definitely got to do something that somebody else ain't doing if you want to be better.
how you gonna be great?
How you
I
gonna be
tell
great?
my
That's that
grandson
craft.
that it's the extra work. Naturally talent, yeah, you might have it.
You talking about the other night, Trey? We were talking.
Stuff you don't feel like
talking about
doing,
the
just do it.
morning
You got to do
workouts
that.
and
Man, listen.
how they ain't hitting no more.
It's a whole different tradition now.
I don't want to. I don't care nothing about that. Listen, I played for the Wildcats from '98 to 2002. I was on the state championship team with Carlos Gatlin, Lil Fred, and all these guys.
Tough year for y'all, right?
Real
there.
tough year.
Y'all played Bruce Kern.
No, not that. That ain't the year we lost.
No, y'all played us.
Oh yeah, we played y'all. What's your boy name? Played linebacker. What's your boy name? Played linebacker.
Lee.
Yeah, go ahead. That boy was tough. I remember Lee Golden. That's his name.
One of them touchdown was mine.
But-
Oh, bad.
Oh, okay. I ain't know that. I remember that. Dang, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
y'all had the
Small
referee
world.
on your side, baby. It's
Yeah, I
all
remember
good.
that. It's all good.
Go ahead, Bill, my boy.
Championship
But
year now.
Pop man.
we I was looking at how the Wildcats or how the program is now. See, we play football all year round. And I'm gonna tell you how. Just say you start camping June, July. You start pre-camping like June, really late May, June. Then camp is in July. The season start. So let's say you back then the Valdosta Lions game was always late October. So the second round of the playoffs is like November, is like Thanksgiving week. Say you make it, we majority of the time back then we making it to the playoff. So we playing up until November. You may get a month off. January come around,
That's what-
you doing 6 weeks of morning workout.
Yeah.
After morning workouts, you go right into spring football. Rather spring football in, it's May again.
Yeah.
You hear what I say? So excuse me. So during the week, I ain't never wore no shoulder pads and helmets and some shorts. I don't even know what that feel like, bro. Every day, but even on Thursday before a game day, but we still got we might not be hitting,
Right.
but we
Big
got our
facts.
pads on. We got our football pants on. Like, I don't know nothing else about it. I go out there. I remember watching the practice
Big
maybe a couple
facts,
years after I
Magic
graduated.
Venus.
I'm watching cats. Like, we ran gassers and sprints. Like, I think that's why we were so well conditioned and we could beat people because
Them hundreds.
them hundreds. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching cats walk on the who walking on the field.
Man.
We just talking about that the other day, like you walking like you were walking when the whistle blow, bro. It's called on the hop.
On the hop.
And if you ain't moving right then, either you doing ups and downs right there, you rolling. You know what I mean? You know it ain't no they ain't putting it's too. It's just too easy out here, man. They babying them. Kind of like what he said about how they giving these guys all this money for their potential.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan said that. I stole it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Me and Tyree were talking about that before you sent it to me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how you give somebody something based off what they could be, not what they show you they are.
Uncoachable.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You got to be, that's the first thing. You got to be coachable, bro.
I'm gonna make more money
If you
than
ain't
him.
coachable, it don't matter how good you are, how much of a talent you are. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't coachable,
Still
like,
soul.
yeah, you gotta make people just want to make do of what you're giving. Nah, man, you gotta be able to put that work in, man. You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't willing to put that work in and actually grind for something to have something, it ain't gonna never matter. It ain't gonna never matter what it is because it was just given to you.
Given to you.
But something you work for, it's gonna be a cold damn hell before you let somebody take that from you. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
It's gonna be a cold damn hell before you let somebody take that from you, man. That's just the truth of the matter, man.
So I always look at Moon T said it's been about 15 Caucasian that played DB. Only 2 of them was good.
Cornerback.
Yeah,
DB.
corner.
Cornerback.
I don't remember 15, but I definitely remember 2.
Damn.
I remember they played safeties. They mostly played safety, but anyway,
I'm just thinking about Lynch.
I always looked. Lynch was a safety though.
Yeah, I know. Well, you said DB, yeah. So.
Yeah, I meant corners. my
Right, I
bad.
got you.
So I always look at it on the big picture, right? So we see our guys and they be the ones that getting the big time NIL deals and money, like plastered all over the scene, right?
Yep.
So ain't nobody else getting no other
Other sports?
No, I'm
Other
saying other ethnicities.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, you feel me?
But you ain't gonna
But
hear
you
about
don't
it.
hear
Yeah,
about
you gonna hear
them,
about it.
right?
Hey,
so
moving in silence.
that's right. And
Build.
they ain't, but they growing,
Yeah.
right? Ain't you don't see them all. The only person we can really name was Ben Roethlisberger, who really was getting in trouble, and but then his stuff was getting swept up under the
Every
rug,
time.
right?
Yeah.
And Peyton Manning got in trouble right after he retired. About that stuff came to his mailbox, and he told me that was his wife's on and all that. So, but all his career, heard nothing about the PEDs and all that, right? But once he retired, it resurfaced, right?
Yeah.
We always in the front line of any type of the foolishness.
Facts.
Soon as we get the money, you know, we start spazzing out, freaking out. But take Jaylen Brown for instance, second highest paid player in the league.
Pulled up in a Honda.
That's AJ Brown.
AJ Brown. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jaylen from the Boston
Jaylen,
Celtics.
that's right.
Yeah,
I got you. Oh yeah.
200 and something million.
Another scholar.
Scholar,
Another scholar.
butt naked with it.
You don't hear nothing.
No flashiness.
He ain't have no agent.
No,
He
no
did his
agent.
own thing.
No agent to the draft.
And
Yeah.
he say they were pissed off at him. A lot of people in the league were trying to blackball him.
He got all his own
Yeah.
money,
Wow.
right? But take him for instance. Then you could take AJ Brown, pulled up in a Honda,
Yeah.
2025 or whatever year that was.
Just past you.
Honda Accord.
Honda Accord, yeah.
Yeah. They say you ain't got no Maybach. You know you got the money. And Jalen, they say Jalen Hurts go home every off season
Yep.
to his mom and dad's house.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Highest paid quarterback in the league, ain't he?
Give that money.
He go to his mom and dad's house. He stay in an apartment in Philly. Condo.
Condo, yep.
Go home to his mom and dad. They all stay together in Philly. I mean in Texas. When he go home in off season. Right? But now you don't see them plastering his that man say his money. He got all women is his agents and his team is all women. No, they take care of all his business for him. They don't talk about that.
That's right.
His mama and all that.
How
My boy for
supportive
the
his daddy
Ravens.
was.
Yeah, how supportive how his dad was in his life.
Yeah.
What my boy not the quarterback for the Ravens? His mama, his agent.
Lamar Jackson.
Jackson.
Jackson. She working his deals out for him.
Dang good job too.
Yeah, and they doing a
doing
good.
a dang good job.
We don't talk about that, right? But we want to talk about Ja.
Yes.
Always doing something,
Yeah.
Always.
right? And I always look at this situation like I don't know these cats. No, they ain't really got no interest in knowing them, But the fact that everybody from the hood, everybody, when they get on TV,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They really had
yeah.
Right.
A lot of these cats come from middle class families, man.
Yeah.
People like Baron Davis really was from the hood. Skip to Malou and all these boys come out these streets,
Yes sir. Yes sir.
right? But these boys really had to fight to get to where they was at,
Facts.
right? But then you got Ja.
Ja.
He playing he's gesturing gunplay. So what you got your mama and your dad in the house with you, so-called good support system. But then you want to come over here. You want to play in the same stuff you might escape. Bird. Bird was out there. He might be trying to act like he was. He in the middle. His dad was in the middle of it, man. What you mean?
Yeah, don't look like
He had to
Skitty
live
Man food.
that. Yeah, he had to live. He had to live through that and decided that ain't the way I want to go. Right?
Fishman was gangster.
Yeah,
that
Fishman
real
was
talk.
gangster,
Fishman
man.
was gangster.
He
That's
went
why I
from
knew
play
that
with
was his
Fishman,
dad. Real
man.
talk.
Yeah.
That real talk though.
It's people that was really that was in the hood and really want to be in the hood like that.
That's right.
Big Mark.
Big Mark, he a whole lawyer now.
Man, straight out of Oily West.
Yeah, straight. I'm talking about all his life,
Always made straight A's.
all his natural life. He lived in the project.
Yeah, attorney now.
Man,
attorney
listen,
in
that dude
Jacksonville.
always made straight A's. Man, I think he
Yeah.
graduated like what is it called, summa cum laude or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight up like that.
Straight
man.
nerd out
Straight
the
up.
hood, man.
Wow.
Straight nerd, right out of Oily West.
About that business.
About that business, man. Shout out to that boy Mark. That's
That
real
should
talk.
be televised. That should be plastered.
They should be
For
plastered
real,
and
man.
stuff like that. It's a lot of situations like that we know of. I haven't drawn a blank now, but it's a lot of situations that don't get the
Don't get the
Recognition
support.
and
They don't
need
get the
support that they
The
should.
3.0, the team, the 4.0.
Team, yeah, they don't
They
want
ain't
to talk
gonna tell you
about
be
that.
a great student.
Yeah.
Be a great athlete, but be a great student.
Be a great
right.
father one day. Be a
That's
great
right.
businessman.
That's
This
it.
what Prime keep telling y'all. This what I'm rearing. I want great fathers, great
trying to
businessmen.
make men.
I want to
That's
make
right.
men.
Yeah.
I know what y'all facing. I'm Prime.
Give me them single. He said them single parent offensive linemen.
Yeah,
give me
yeah.
Give me them right there.
They got he made scholarship. I mean made all them bank accounts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
got
he-
all them boy bank accounts and showing them how to what they call
Man,
it,
shout out to
trust
Prime,
funds for later.
He ain't on my boy Prime.
Yeah, he
man.
made them
Setting them up,
set them
man.
up.
Yeah, for the long haul.
Long haul.
You
They
feel
good.
me? They good,
Hey,
good.
good man. When they come out of college, everybody ain't gonna play,
That's
man.
it, man.
Showing
That's
you
real
the
talk.
ideal, man. That makes stuff come to light.
Yeah,
Supporting them as a people, an athlete. Cause he tell them off the rip, he said a lot of y'all ain't gonna make it. So I need to set
TC,
y'all
what's up,
for
bro?
What y'all career gonna be after football. He said,
Ray
"A lot of
J,
y'all ain't
what's
gonna
up,
make it to the
son,
next level."
son?
So he keeping it real with them. He telling them,
Yeah.
a lot of y'all ain't gonna make it to the NFL. So I
Yeah.
need to set you up as your career after you stop
Football
playing
just a
football,
game,
your
man.
life. He
Right.
said you need to get your life together.
Game
And
of life.
if I was an athlete on that team, he said that. My mindset right now, I'm good. I'm good regardless.
yeah, I
Or if
know.
I don't.
Yeah, I know I'm gonna do
He
something.
gonna show me the way to still make a way for me in the future.
Yes,
so
sir.
I still been good. Man.
then-
Just like, go ahead, bro.
But no, I was just saying. Then you got the ones that left, and left the team and
Cause
went
they
somewhere
want no
else.
discipline.
Right.
Then now they looking at these guys like, boy,
They
these
want no
jokers
discipline.
set up was ready.
In Florida.
Yeah.
Kamari. What's his name? Not
Kamari, that's
Kamari.
him, that's
Yeah,
him.
McLean.
Yeah.
Kamari McLean or something like that. Yeah. You don't want to do. You don't want no discipline. No, man, I ain't going
crazy.
no class, man. I just want to play 2 years so I can go to the league. Man.
Work ethic suck.
You don't even know
Ain't
you're gonna get to the
going
league.
Yeah.
Man, come on.
But these cats that went to Alabama, like think about all the guys that went to Alabama that sat behind all these people.
Oh yeah.
Ain't nobody transfer.
They stayed.
They stayed.
Where did they turn?
Waited they turn, and look how many Heisman Trophy winners you have in first rounds that come out of Alabama. They'll probably only play 1 year,
Yeah.
but they stayed. But now they stayed with Nick Saban.
Yeah,
But you
roll
wanna leave
tide,
them.
by the way.
Shout out to
You know what I'm saying?
shout out to what my buddy name just did the count Saturday.
Jaheim Bell. Shout out to Jaheim Bell, man.
Shout out to Jaheim Bell.
Made my
man,
boy a
for
Patriots
coming
fan.
Back. Yeah, he made me an instant low-key Patriot fan. Shout out to Jaheim Bell and all those players that came back to support them young children, man. That event right there, he shouldn't have had no extra stuff.
Man, that man had the giveaway stuff.
He had the
man.
giveaway stuff.
How you
It
gonna
was a
bring
lot of
children
people
to
there now.
It was a good crowd,
But
man,
it could have. I know it's more kids in Valdosta than that.
Wow.
I'm telling you, man.
Right? They
It
should have
was free.
flooded the. It's free.
Free ski, whiskey.
All you gotta do is sign up.
Man, listen.
The man came back to give back, but like me and Jace Rogers was talking today, he said now if he wouldn't have came back, they would have had something bad to say about him. He came back to show some support. They ain't even show up. Right? He had a good crowd. But I know it's more. If people were there from Florida, so these ain't all about us, the kids,
Nah.
They came.
right? But they traveling to get here. He giving this back to the community.
So I wish I had like a little
He
van
had
or
about
something,
3
pick
or
up some
4
kids, man. They
other
couldn't
players,
make it.
you know. But the fact is, my mind. So me and my boy Deva Fusco was out there, right? So I'm saying, hey Trey, I'm looking at Kincaid, right? I said he was a dog, man. Why he ain't make it in that league like that?
Antoine.
Yeah.
That's his
Yeah.
name?
Antoine.
Antoine
Yeah,
Kincaid.
Antoine Kincaid, yeah.
I said, man, he is a dog, man.
He playing like the Arena League or
He
something.
still play,
Yeah.
but like Law. I used to say that about Law. I used to say, we know, cause now Tyreek kicked the door in now, so you'd have got in.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
right?
But what about Darren Sproles?
Yeah.
Darren Sproles still out the Law.
Little.
Darren Sproles older than us, ain't he? Around the same.
Y'all
He
about
older
the
than
same
us.
time.
He a little older.
He a little older than us.
Yeah, so but he was a receiver. Sproles was a
Sproles,
backfield.
running
back.
Yeah.
Oh, you play receiver. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So-
okay. My bad.
I'm looking at Kincaid got great size for a safety.
He was a student of the game. Coach.
Know what he doing.
Yeah.
You know, he played with us a couple times. And,
He did.
Yeah.
Yep, sure did.
I mean, he back there with me. So he outdoing me back here. I'm like, man, this boy here got it. So I, in my mind, I'm saying, what happens that we make it all the way down and still can't get in? Is it the playbook? Or is it, you might got some underlying injuries that nobody know about?
Everybody tune in, man. I'm about to die.
But it's just a lot of what ifs.
Yeah.
It's a lot of players that we think that should have been in that didn't make it, and we say, why? You know what I mean?
I feel yeah.
I want to know. I love hearing the success stories of the Jaheens, Malcolm Mitchells, and everybody that left here and got in, right? But what about the ones that went and didn't get in? Like, what happened? Tell me that story.
I just want to graduate college.
Yeah.
There's a story behind that too. That part of the testimony and all that good stuff. But I never grew up saying I'm going to the league. I just knew the game,
Yeah.
and it was fun. And I was a little
You're
net.
living your dream
Yeah,
out there.
I got on people's nerves on that field. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying? The biggest joker. I'm going there. I'm talking smack. That's why I learned to talk smack at. Being the little thing on the field and this big joker right here that you already being watched and looked at.
Yeah.
I'm run circles around you.
Dead.
Get you out your game.
Yeah.
You got to break down and tackle me. You can't just come at me full bull.
Oh yeah,
so,
you
know, but it was like it became easy. You know what I'm saying? And but I never still in my mind say I'm going to the league and like that.
Man.
Right.
Got invited to Indianapolis and all that good stuff.
Right.
Nike contract. Even with that, man, I just want to see one of my parents see me walk off the stage.
That's it.
That was it.
That was the goal.
After that, then I did the arena thing just because GB Sock Therapy, my guy, shout out to Sock Therapy, man. He said, man, you gotta go, man. You just can't let this. So I just went, played a couple years in arena ball.
Yeah.
And I disappeared after the season. But
Got ghost.
Got go. Came back home. That when I met you.
Yeah, it was crazy. I be listening to like Walter Bond. I don't know if y'all familiar here with motivational speaking. Nah, but he was a basketball player that played for Minnesota, the Gophers, and he always say that his goal was just to get to the league, not be great. So once he made it, he was on. He was an undrafted free agent that started the first game for the Dallas Mavericks. Right, first time in team history something like that happened. Then he got traded to Utah. So now you're a point guard playing against arguably the best point guard in basketball history. John Stockton. Why you on? Instead of me learning from Stockton, I'm picking at him. I'll kill him. You feel me? This John Stockton you talking about, right? Man played 20 years in the league.
Smiles down.
Yeah, it's John Stockton. So he's saying he cracking jokes about cause John Stockton believed in his chiropractor. Go to the chiropractor before every game. Every game that he go to the chiropractor, get scratched out, back pop. Played 20 years. He's saying, oh man, you must be crazy. Why you always going to the chiropractor? All right? But Walter Bond played 3 years. Stockton played 20.
20 of them things.
So he said he started hanging out with Karl Malone sometime to go out to eat. And you know, ain't nobody in the league had a better body than Karl Malone, as far as ripped up muscles and all that. And so he was like, Karl Malone always eat salad. No matter where he go, he eats salad with anything he eat every day. Right? And he was he said Karl Malone was very picky about his food. Right? He don't like Charmars because Charmars had carcinogens in them, cancer causing carcinogens, right? So he thought Karl Malone was an a-hole. Karl Malone played 19 years.
Beast.
The mailman. He ain't played but 3. So he said he realized after he was out of the league and starting to get into the motivational, he realized that his goal was just to get there. That's it.
Cool to 3.
Cool just getting in there. You feel me?
Yeah.
He ain't had no aspiration to be great.
20 years in.
Right. He just wanted to get there. I said, dang, that's interesting. I asked my daughter the other day, I asked Destiny, I said, so who soon she'll be a doctor in December, right?
Come on now.
Shout out to that.
Shout out to, yeah. So I say, so are you comfortable with just being, getting it, or are you going to be the best doctor you can be? She said, oh, ain't nobody going to be able to touch me once I get in the door, right?
Yes, sir.
And so, and I want, that's what I expect for anybody to say, right? Don't just be happy with getting there. I got to make some noise in here. I need you to remember me.
That's right.
You feel me? When I first started working at World of Fade, it was Ace of Fade then, and it was the hottest barbershop in the city.
Indeed,
That's right.
Right? And Ben was like, man, come on down here. I got a chair for you. I was like, boy, I ain't coming in there with y'all. You tripping. Yeah, man, I'm not coming in there with all them greats. You feel me? But I told Deva, I said, once I first started working in there, I said, man, I got to climb the ladder. I want to be spoken of when they speak about these guys. You feel me? I want when they speak about barbers, I want to be spoken of, and I want to be spoken of. I don't want to be spoken of about the Tim Lasane stuff. You feel me?
Right.
When you say Tim Lasane, it's all about something. You know.
Gotcha.
So I
Kind of
don't
a negative connotation.
Yeah. I don't want to be
feel
spoken of about like that. I want to be spoken of saying, boy, that boy was in here with them boys. And
Surgical.
Doing his thing. You feel me?
I stay going into surgery.
And so I that be my mindset when I go, and so listening to Walter Bond say what he said, it made me realize like I knew when I get in here, it's gonna be a different world. You just gonna have to come get me.
Come get me. That's
You
right.
gotta come get me,
right.
man. Yeah.
Now so step your game up.
Yeah, because when you swimming with sharks, either you gonna become a shark or you gonna become food.
You be eating, baby. That's right.
Yeah, you
right.
got to pick your poison.
Crazy.
That's
The
right.
shark born swimming.
They don't stop.
Yeah,
If they
I'm
start
talking about,
swimming, they
yeah.
die. Yeah.
That's right.
So
I like that.
yeah, you gonna be a shark or you gonna be shark food. So yeah, man, that was my spiel. I don't even know what I was talking about, man. I was
You
just
was talking something
okay,
good, King. It's okay. We just glad you talking, King. How about that?
Talking again.
Just glad you
I'm back
talking
at it.
again.
This is what I remember right here, so I'm good.
Yeah, we just glad you talking and
Yeah.
got something to talk about. You know what I'm talking
Yeah, man, I got a lot. I'm full. So when we get into them, Law got to get out the stage before we can talk about other stuff. You got to get from out. Yeah, you got to get over there. You got to get over there somewhere. You know what I mean?
We definitely appreciate y'all
We
coming
definitely
through and
come to y'all.
spilling
about?
what
We
y'all
thank
did.
y'all, man.
That
This is a
appreciate
dope
you being
platform, a dope podcast with some dope
Big D,
individuals,
what's up,
man.
bro?
Y'all have a beautiful. I watch y'all all the time, man. I ain't really no cigar smoker. I sip a little whiskey and all just because I'm on the platform with you, man.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I like to watch y'all guys, man. I always have great conversations. I always have great dialogue, man. You know, so
Appreciate
again,
it.
man. Humbly speaking, man, I'm thankful for even being here, man. Real talk.
Man, we grateful.
Yes, sir. Hey, I watch you on your little short reels.
Yeah.
I watch them, man. Every time I see them, I watch them.
Appreciate
I get
that,
something.
King.
every
Yeah, I
time.
appreciate that, man.
So,
I appreciate that.
Then when I see Brother TIM in the barbershop,
Yeah,
Yeah,
know
we're
what I'm
gonna
saying?
always build a little bit. Yeah.
Always.
Yep.
so man,
It's automatic, baby.
yeah, man, it's
automatic.
definitely love, man.
All
love,
love,
man.
man.
All
This
love,
is just for my Seven Smoke fam. I got some of the old gear. I need some of the new gear now, cause I got some of the first beginning.
Yeah, you do.
I
that's for
got
sure.
some of the first
We got you
beginnings.
covered there. We got you
man.
covered. We got you
So,
covered.
That I got that and on the hat and everything.
That's
Yeah.
what's up.
Yeah.
Wet shirts, I got all that. So I need some of the new gear, man.
So Jimmy actually wrote something. He said, "I love this dialogue, gentlemen. One of the most valuable decisions a person could make is to not be a company amongst fools at said table you choose to feast at. Major love to everyone on this panel tonight. Keep learning because that's the only way to keep living."
Jimmy, you must got a book coming out or something, man. Where you got them quotes from, man? Shout out to my boy Westside Jimmy,
Shout
man.
out for Jimmy, man.
I'm
My
feeling
boy,
that,
great
man.
philosopher, man. My
Yes,
brother,
sir, man.
I got a brother that's in prison named Vince, right? Shout out to my big bro in the penitentiary, man. He come home soon.
Okay.
But he used to ask me all the time. We be going, you know, we'll get into a dialogue. He said, you know the difference between a clown and a fool? He said, can you tell the difference? I said, I can. He said, how you could tell? I said, well, you know, at first I gave him the response that he wanted to hear. You know, we can recognize a clown by his outfit, right? And then a fool, you don't know you're a fool until you open his mouth, right? And they say, if you open your mouth at the same time a fool open your mouth for innocent bypasser might don't know which one of y'all is the fool, right? So when I gave him the description of what I feel like a fool is, I said, a fool is somebody who can camouflage, pretend to be anybody. Yeah, he can come in the room. And so it goes back to what my guy Jimmy Hennessy said. When you sit at a table with a bunch of fools, What you expect to come from
Come outcome.
So when you spending in a room with a bunch of intellectuals, or and I consider all the everybody, Avery, everybody that's on here, when they talk, they have something to say. Rock, Hennessy, you feel me? When you talk and you got something to say, that means something.
That's right.
You feel me? And I've been noticing my boy, I'm gonna use your word, my boy rock vernacular has been expanding.
Yeah.
It has.
Since he been sitting up under y'all on y'all in y'all game room. My boy been real tough with it.
When he talk, we listen.
Yeah,
Sure.
so but Rock is a special dude for me because I knew him at his lowest. You feel me? I was there. Like all the stuff he may have told y'all, I seen it.
Yeah.
So he ain't lying to you. You feel me? I seen this firsthand. Like so when he the stuff that he went through, as far as my boy got a story to tell.
That's
man.
right.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
And people just because he ain't the popular choice. I have to tell him that all the time. Like we're in a group, the Eastside committee, and he offered great ideas, and nobody respond to him. And so I'll call him. I don't even respond to him in the group. I might put a heart on his idea, and I'll call him. I said, man, start showing and sharing your ideas if you feel like
Ain't nobody listening.
ain't nobody listening. I said, cause see, one thing about us, it's all about what's the word? It's all about where you at in life. You feel me?
Image.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Whatever your financial status is, So
Status.
it's all about status. Period. Yeah, that people So what I say, people still try to view you for old rock.
That's it.
I say they don't see the growth. I say, don't force it on them, man.
Right.
I say, accept your own, be yourself, brother.
That's right.
That's it. Don't worry about them. Keep growing, man. I say, sooner or later, they ain't gonna have no choice but to see what you saying.
Right. Fact.
Yeah. So shout out to my boy Rock, man.
Shout out to you, dope.
Keep going. Keep surrounding yourself with people that gonna lift you up
And support you.
and support you, man.
That's right.
And I see the change in my boy. He came to visit me one time. I was in the hospital and he had to get up out of there. He said he couldn't take it.
Yeah, that's why. But I'm telling you, boy. Hey, listen.
Yeah, he's very honest.
First day I
very
couldn't take
honest.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he couldn't take it.
First
man.
day
I had a lot of people say they couldn't.
that first day was.
I couldn't do it, dog.
Yeah.
That's tough.
I
I've seen a lot of things.
They want to see that.
I
though.
couldn't fathom.
Shoot, man. I think that's the most I've cried since my mama died. Yeah, man. Every time, man.
Bring things, different things out you.
Yeah, man. So many people were coming. The nurse was like, "Who is that? Who is he? Why all these people?" I was telling my room was stayed full.
It took me a long time to come realization that it was you.
Yeah.
I'm like, man. No.
Me too. It took me a long time too. I used to look at the thing like, man, ain't no way I'm in here. Like I told Miss Esther today, I said, it was just something that I had to go through.
Yeah.
You
for
feel
sure.
me? That it's still at the end of the day, it's still cancer. After you've been affected by it, it don't never just go away. You feel me? Always in the back of your head that it can come back again, right? I don't care who you is. It's always, and the more it come back, the more aggressive it is. So, just gonna spend this next chapter doing the best I can. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I ain't got time to play.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's
So
right.
man, listen,
Come on
man.
now.
I
That's
just want to say I'm happy we could
yeah.
support
Las Vegas. You
each
feel
other
me?
platform as men and
Absolutely.
not hate, because
No egos.
Seven Smoke doing this, man, listen, doing this, we could come together and have a dialogue and coexist as two different platforms, but
It's a dope platform.
support what each other doing and big each other up and tune in and say I like what Law them did, or you can say I like what Man Listen is doing.
Yeah.
Instead of the back and forth competing or downing each other, we can show the people, hey,
Men talk to men.
we like
right.
what
Yes,
Law
sir.
them doing, we
Exactly.
like what
Yes,
Man
sir.
Listen doing. So
That's right.
I see no competition.
Yeah,
no,
Like
whatsoever.
I don't see
why would we?
I don't see like why people put that in perspective in from the first jump. Like I don't know why you do that, because everybody does something that's different and something that's
Yeah,
special.
that's right.
So like regardless of what it is, like back in the day before it was like the music tip, I still thought that way then. Like there is no competition because nobody can't do what you do.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
So-
It's only
when it-
one you. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
So, when it comes to this space, it's the same thing. Like, there's no reason to go back and forth with nobody. Like, work together. That's how you can.
That's how you
everybody
build.
can build from there. Like, yeah.
That's right.
So,
Yep. So we want
Man Listen, that was free game,
The
bro.
freest game,
the
baby.
freest game,
Free
man.
game,
Bird,
bro.
it's just a lot of people that sit back and they want to step up, right? And that cold, you feel me? That's in their heart, you feel me? That they saying like I don't wanna I ain't no scrub, I don't, you feel me? If you got something to offer, bring it to the table.
That's it.
that's
You
it.
feel me?
That's it.
Les Brown said the richest place on earth is the cemetery.
A lot of them.
The richest place on earth.
Yes, sir.
All the greatest ideas,
Oh.
inventions,
Go home.
they took it with them, called that cold in their heart.
Yeah.
That they felt like I
man.
can't share.
Mm-hmm.
And the biggest thing with people that they fail to realize, and this is gonna be my last thing, because I was born to be a leader, but there's nothing wrong with being a follower as long as you follow somebody worth leading.
Yeah,
You feel what I'm saying? So
that's it.
if you can follow somebody worth leading, because you got to get your game from somewhere. Ain't
Yes,
nobody
sir.
just came out, you know what I'm saying, with their own, what you say, beloved, everything new never happens to sons, always happens at night.
Yeah.
And how you say that, you feel me? So
yeah,
you gotta get your sauce from somebody, and then you just create
You
your
just add
who
to
you
it.
are. You add to it. It's just like a pot of gumbo,
Add
man. You
flavor.
add
That's
to
right.
that, man.
That's
You
right.
put your own flavor and twist to it. You feel me? So ain't nothing wrong with being a follower as long as you follow somebody worth leading, man.
Yeah, that's why you got to follow before you can lead.
That's right. That's
my
right.
boy,
You gotta be a-
shout out to my boy Med. On his song, he said you got to master being a student before you become a teacher.
I'm telling you, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got to master being a student, man.
Like you
So-
always say,
Can't skip that.
if you learn everything, you might as well die.
Yeah, if you learn
don't
everything,
learn everything.
yeah, what else?
I told
You
those
stop
out,
learning.
Where else can you go?
You might as well lay down. Ain't
Tap out.
Come on, man.
You think you learned everything, you dead.
Yeah, you might well tap
Think
out.
you think you
Tap
know
out.
everything, you dead.
Yeah, you on your way out.
Yeah.
Over with.
Yeah, you can't know everything, bro. Somebody else got to You got to be a open canvas, man, and allow people to write on your. Like, I'm gonna say this, and I'm done too. They say, be careful how you live your life. You feel me? Because you might be the only book that somebody will ever read.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Drop another one of Clues Bombs for that one.
How you live your life.
That's right.
You might be the only book. So imagine Law, Bird, Calvin, Deva, Toddy, the people that's looking at you that you don't know that's looking.
I'm telling
That's
you.
right.
For sure.
What they see.
You always been watched.
You
Calvin.
always being watched. I don't care who you are.
in a fishbowl, that's what they say.
Somebody always got their eyes on you.
Either for a negative reason or a
Fuck,
positive reason.
they watching.
You watching.
So if you the only book they gonna read, what you giving them? What you leaving to see? My book gonna be interesting because I was I was a fool once upon a time. Then I messed around and woke up. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I was a fool one time. You couldn't tell me Nathan. Right? But then I messed around and woke up. And I ain't been back to sleep since. You feel me?
Went to sleep yet.
Yeah, I ain't been back to sleep since, man.
Yes,
So
sir.
Yeah. So, well, we hit a couple of these comments and just one ad, but I wanted to add to like what you just said too, because
Okay.
I was just talking to Denzel the other night when we were speaking, and I was like, you know, the older that you get, or just because you are older, anybody that's younger than you, it's your responsibility to teach them and show them something.
each one teach three, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like it's your responsibility. You got to do that. Like,
If not, especially if they cross your path.
yeah, exactly.
That's right.
However it happens, like it's your responsibility to do this right now. So
It's your obligation.
all right. So Rock hit you back and he said, man, big shout out to Big Bro. Much respect, peace, and blessings, my guy, Major Love.
Yes, sir.
And Cedric said, good stuff, grown man stuff. Thanks, fellas. And
No doubt.
I only add that we're going to do tonight is we're going to remind y'all this Saturday, April 19th, Big Nick's, the R&B edition of Cuban Nights.
Okay.
We got Ghost Karaoke. We got Saxy Mike on the saxophone
Mike.
doing the
Saxophone.
R&B.
Yep,
Saxophone.
Yeah, saxophone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doing the R&B on the saxophone. It's gonna be R&B all night, man. It's gonna be a great time. So
Yeah, and the women gonna be in sundresses.
Shout out to my boy
Exactly.
Big Nick.
Yes, sir.
Sundresses.
Sundresses.
Oh, you said the women go.
Yeah, the women gonna be
I
in
thought you
sundresses.
said women
No.
are weak. Oh, God.
no.
No, you
That's the
That's the theme. That's the theme. Sundresses and stokers for the women. You know?
Okay.
Sundresses and stokers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm going to
Cigar?
bit.
yeah.
Okay.
We going to
Sundresses
bit
and
next
stokers.
Friday for the bingo. Yeah.
R&B bingo.
R&B
So-
bingo.
It's gonna be R&B all weekend.
It's gonna be R&B all weekend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, R&B
You
bingo.
got tickets for that or something?
You got to go on Eventbrite.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it's
Real.
like the comedy show Saturday as well while we're gonna be out there. It's
At
comedy
Nick?
show, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's supposed to be a comedy show,
Yeah.
too.
Oh, it's the
wow.
weekend.
Yeah, it's the
I
weekend.
just thought about that.
Oh, yeah, we jumping out our
Yeah,
body
yeah.
this weekend. Shout out to
Yeah,
Sean
Sean
Bones,
Bones,
Yeah, so
man.
it's gonna be it's gonna be live out there.
I hope we don't interrupt them because we're
Oh,
gonna be loud out there.
Well, but then they gonna lock that door right there. We gonna have to walk around.
Oh, okay. Bet.
Okay.
Okay.
We don't want to be
waitress
talking
gonna
about
walk
coming
around.
in through the show. Yo,
Yeah.
Yep. That's dope, man. I enjoyed the conversation, man. Shout out to my boy Jimmy Hennessy, man. I need to get on here with him.
Yeah.
That intellectual
be good.
prowess, man.
yes sir.
Yes, sir.
That'd be
Yeah.
real good.
We got plenty food, man. I got you guys reading. What y'all reading now? Message to the Black Man?
Yeah, I'm watching to the black
Okay,
man.
they in the starters. Hey, man. Message. You got that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You forced me to get it.
You know, I'm gonna put it.
Every book over there.
I got that.
I'ma put
I
you
ain't
out
started
there.
the way of the superior man.
Yeah, man.
Just got that
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
You got to be you got to we can't just be talking.
Mm-hmm.
Feel me? Yeah, man. You gotta have that.
Something to
You
talk
gotta
about.
have a goddamn base, man. Yeah, I know you done goddamn read it. So.
Man, you know,
yeah. I
you
know
talking about a book club?
Yeah,
That was I had to read those like excessively.
excessively.
The Quran, the message to the black man.
Yeah, you gotta read them
How to Eat
together.
to Live.
Yeah.
Like,
One
all them
and
books.
two.
And then when you finish one, start back on another one.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then when
yeah,
you
run
finish
it
that, you run it out through. Did all these. Start back.
Start
from the
back
beginning.
over. Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
so,
Keep going. Yep.
I went through those plenty of times.
You supposed to be able to quote that How to Eat to Live top of your head. Yeah. So yep. So we got a stack of books, man. So we'll be back
Yeah, you
again.
get a nice little book club thing going. That'd be good.
Yeah.
Have some little lessons, some little studies.
That'll be great.
Yeah, I love to do that. For sure.
Man, listen, man, that's free.
That's free.
All right. And as we closing out, everybody gonna go back across the table, introduce yourselves again as we closing out. Let's start up from the top.
Talented Timothy Lasane, peace to the divine family, it's the God.
Mm-hmm.
Toddy Fusco, it's me, Toddy. Take note of what you hear, reflect on what you see.
Man, you know me, man. Top tier, no fear. Pray I see the path clear. Deva Fusco here, man.
Devil Fusco East, baby.
Yes, sir.
Go Cowboys. You late.
And water.
All right, it's your boy Cowboy Cal.
You hear me?
Yes,
Yeah, that's it.
yes sir. You got,
Cal.
and you got
Cowboy
me. I
Cal.
am Bird, aka the light skinned dude.
The light
sir.
skin.
Last but not least, we got Cigar Law in the building, man. Still in the kitty table. You know what I'm saying?
In the kitty corner.
Yeah, the kitty corner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you want to close out?
Yeah, because you don't even go last. Anyway, I just want to leave y'all with something. There is no better exercise for your heart than reaching down and helping pick someone up. So, in everything that you do in this coming week, man, make sure that you reach down and help pick someone up.
That was that Maxwell today. You got the Maxwell Jordan Maxwell book or something? That was that Maxwell for today. You got a book?
No, I ain't got
That was about.
I'm finna show it to you. I took a picture because I sent it to him.
Yeah,
but
another
that
one of Clues
Maxwell
Bonds
for
from my
today.
boy
man.
Cowboy Cal.
Yeah, man.
Say the rest of it, man.
Hey, what supposed to
You know, forgot something.
See, no, because he just read some of. He just looked up something to read.
Well, you said all that,
Oh, I interrupted him.
No, you know, he put a period on it. He just ain't closed out.
Oh, hey, but listen, man. Thank y'all for joining us for another great episode of Cigar Table Talk and Man Free Listen. Man, listen, this is free game.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
it's all us in here together. Hey, if y'all want to see us again, we come back real soon. Hey, man, don't make sure y'all go and rewatch this video. Make sure y'all share it. Make sure y'all help someone along the way this week. All right, be blessed.
Keep smoking.
All right.